Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Hey, they just hit 100 subs, it's time to get some out. Hey, yeah, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. Come sit and chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah, Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show. It's the Mizzle show. Yeah, the Mizzle show. Yeah, Mizzle show. Yeah, the Mizzle show.
Hi. We have shirts. Yes,
The merch.
we have merchandise, folks. Yes, these are official Mizzle and Dub Show T-shirts. Um, to which hopefully more will be coming soon.
I think we'll get in production here. Not immediately, but we will be in production. We're working on establishing that as we speak.
Yes.
So this is
Logos,
just
yes.
technically we'll put out more logos, but as of right now, I think me and Dub are gonna rock this one for our own personal. But if you guys want one, hey, let us know. We'll
Yes.
get it out there to you.
Lord
But
knows,
it still feels unreal,
yeah.
like
I'm wearing me.
right? The one thing I messed up on, I should have put our names on the back. But that's here it comes. That's gonna be for the hoodie. That's for the hoodie. We'll say that.
Oh
for the
yes, welcome to this open forum edition of the Mizzle Dub Show. As we're finally getting back into it. No more All-Star breaks because that was just horrible, atrocious.
hoodie. Atrocious.
But this is quite interesting. But there was no beam lit in Sacramento tonight as the Warriors just. The rest did the Golden State Warriors very well to the atonement of a 132 to 108 thrashing of the Sacramento Kings as we are now post NBA All-Star break.
Yes.
Now, normally I can give two craps about All-Star weekend, but because it was home, you try to pay attention because again, it's in your own backyard.
It didn't still produce like it should have.
But part of me was like, what am I watching? Now, yes, happy that Wardell got All-Star. Well, variation of an All-Star game MVP, whatever the heck that means. But
hey, it's the Kobe Bryant Award. You take it. It got Kobe's name on it. Just say, I won the Kobe Award.
yeah, true.
I'll look at it like that. He won the Kobe Award.
The award does bear the name of Kobe Bean Bryant, absolutely. And like I said, the fact that Wardell did win it and he won it in the backyard at Chase Center. But the Bay Area, as we always do, we show up and show out and put together a very good festivities and whatnot. So,
like I always say, the great late Mac Dre said it the best. In the Bay, we just do it a little bit different.
Do a little bit different.
Just a little bit different.
You BZ.
Exactly. God, I love being from the West Coast. West Side, baby.
Right.
The best coast.
Side, right till we die. But like I said, the rest did the Warriors well. They look.
Oh, and by the way, if you love the merch, give us comments in the give us comments and say what you like.
Yes.
On my end, it looks a little. I think we should have went with a better it's a little blurry to me on my end. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Hey, here it is. I mean,
Well, the lighting probably has something to do with it, but like I said, we're wearing our own. We're wearing us on our chest. So there you have it.
Why not promote ourselves?
Yeah, why not? I mean, heck, we've been plugging and promoting everybody else.
Yes.
Why not promote us? But I'm glad we're back. But like I said, Warriors tonight, outstanding total team effort. They shot 53% from the floor, made 23s, made all 12 of their free throws. They shot 100% from the line. Improvement. But the real key is they had 40 assists, 13 steals, 3 blocks, only turned them over 12 times. But the points in the paint continues to go up since Jimmy Butler III has arrived, with 50 in the paint. And it was just very, very balanced scoring. Butler at 17, Curry at 20. Moses Moody and Buddy Hield were the team highs with 22.
Both hitting 5 3-pointers.
Pods had 21. Um, only people that did not score was Santos and Spencer, but everyone else that got in the game got at least one bucket. I mean, heck, even Kevin Knox got in there and got a couple of buckets.
Well, now.
Yeah, yes, that Kevin Knox from Kentucky that was originally drafted by the Knicks. But nonetheless, the Warriors getting
I
off to
love
a
it.
good start.
When that beam doesn't get lit, that makes Mizzle very happy.
Yes, no beam
When the
lining.
when the Lakers and Kings lose,
Well,
just
that
just
is
just
good.
works.
So the rest of the scoreboard down the association, boy, Cleveland made a statement tonight
Did
and
they
took it
stick it
up
to the? Did they stick it to the Knicks?
142 to 105. Yeah, yeah,
Is that a 38-point win?
37, but yes.
Okay, so I was one over. Good Lord.
No, I'm sorry, 36. I'm sorry, 36.
36? Okay. So it's 2 points. Good Lord. Oh, they were serious.
Oh yeah,
They were serious.
they said, Knicks, you're going to take this ass kicking and you're going to love it.
Wow.
And you're going to take it with no Vaseline to speak of. Cavaliers get their 46th win of the year. They're 46-10. Knicks go to 37-19.
Pretty sure that bearing any kind of circumstances, I believe the Cavaliers are going to take the number 1 seed in the East.
I don't see them going into a late season slump to blow the number 1 seed. I just don't see that at all. As they just continue to have a dream season. Jerome had 19 off the bench. Porter had 13 off the bench. Hunter 16 off the bench. Spider had 27 to lead the way for Cleveland. Mobley had 21. Allen had 10 for the Knicks. Brunson had 23 or had 26. Cat had 23. Bridges had 14, but could not get help anywhere else. But it's whoa. Well, it certainly does help when Cleveland shoots 60% from the floor.
So no defense.
By the Knicks, yes. Pretty much.
There's no defense.
Yeah.
None.
60% from the floor, 51% from 3, 47 rebounds, 38 assists on those 56 field goals that the Cavaliers hit. Cavaliers get the win 142-105 for the Knicks. Orlando and Memphis in the Magic Kingdom, but block shot by Jaren Jackson at the end secures the 1-point win for the Grizzlies as they go to 37-19.
Good game.
105-104. Ja had 23 to lead the way for Memphis. Wagner had 25 to lead the way for Orlando.
Welcome back, Miss Jody.
We will get to them in a second. Big game for your beloved Cougars tomorrow, Miss Jody. Big game for your beloved Cougars.
Yes,
so
indeed.
That's going to be a big one.
Do not apologize. Do not.
Bucks get the win over the Wizards in the nation's capital, 104-101. Chris Middleton missed the game-tying three-pointer, which would have sent to overtime. As Chris Middleton facing his former team for the first time since being
big
traded.
game from my ticket tonight too. Big game from my ticket.
Interesting. All right. Rollins had 15, Lopez had 18, Kuzma had 19, Giannis had 18. I'll tell you what, Kuzma has been playing well for the Bucks since he has been traded to Milwaukee from Washington, getting a chance to get back in the playoffs. Yeah. Middleton had 12 against his former team, but to no avail. Win for the Bucks over the Wizards 104-101. Miami in overtime beat Toronto 120-111. Tyler Hero scores 28 as the Heat snapped their 4-game losing streak. They're at the 26-20 of the year. Wiggins had 25. He's been playing well since the trade. Bam had 19 and 12. Mitchell at 16. Hero had 20 to lead. Ray Robertson had 14 off the bench to lead the way for Miami. Horrible news for Wimbiana as he's out for the season, and certainly our prayers and well wishes go to him. as he has a blood clot in his shoulder to the Pistons. One of San Antonio got the win.
Can you feel history repeating itself with the Spurs? Remember when David Robinson went out for a year?
Yeah.
Who do they go off and draft that year?
That would be
the year after.
That would be the big fundamental Tim Duncan.
Now, I would hate for this to happen, but let's just say that they did the same path goes.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Flag,
oh boy,
Wimby, and De'Aaron Fox.
Oh Jesus, and a returning coach Popovich. Oh yeah, y'all gonna get annoyed by the San Antonio fundamentals again.
I'm like, I mean, it can't possibly not happen, but let's just think that does happen. Any basketball historian knows what happened after Popovich got Tim Duncan and David Robinson together.
Yes. The Spurs, the Spurs became the fundamentals, and end up hanging 5 of those banners. Should have been 6 if it wasn't for it should have been 6 if it was not for Jesus Shuttlesworth.
No. That's the one time I gotta tap this out for this one. No. Yes, Jesus Shuttlesworth made the pass, but
no, he made the shot.
I mean, he made the shot, but who wasn't on the floor to grab that rebound that could possibly seal the game? He sat Tim Duncan in that situation.
Yes, EJ, Tim Duncan has 5. He should have had 6.
He does. 5 of them things.
Yeah, him and Kobe are sitting at the table, but he could have been sitting with Jordan at the table with 6.
Yep.
If it was not for Jesus Shuttlesworth.
If Popovich did not sit him down, because the way that rebound went, that would have been on Tim Duncan's side.
Say less, Miss Jody.
So I blame that 6th one on Popovich. Not, yes, he made the shot. Of course, we're gonna always glorify the person that makes the shot to win. But you gotta look at what happened. I mean, the old Miami Heat fans were walking out the arena. That's how it was.
Yeah.
They were done. So, but yes.
Back to the Knights game, which again, our prayers are with Wimby. Hopefully he can get 100%
on
the court soon. Because
there's not a good thing is, but I guess there's a good thing at the end of the tunnel. If he needs any kind of guidance, Brandon Ingram went through this too.
Yeah. So
he can reach out to Brandon Ingram and he can kind of, I mean, I know Wimby's going to have a good support system around him because, that's what stars have. They always have a good support system around them. But I'm just saying, if he just wants to get any more information on it, he could always reach out to Brandon Ingram and, coach him up on what he needs to do. But like I said, he's with the best ran organization in pro basketball. So they're going to treat him like, he's good. He's good. But yeah, we're with Wimby.
Miss Joy, to answer your question, Wimby is shut down for the season because there is they found blood clots in his right shoulder, so he is being shut down for the season. Which is a shame because you just traded for De'Aaron Fox to pair him with Wimby, and you saw what possibly could be with the Spurs going forward, but it's just an unfortunate situation with Wimby. So certainly our best wishes go to him. And the Detroit Pistons, folks, the Detroit Pistons have 30 wins on the season.
When they looked like they were dead in the water.
Yeah. Pistons get the win in San Antonio, 125 to 110.
So wait,
San Antonio.
They had about what before this turnaround? They had about what 9 wins, if that. I think I've probably been a little bit generous with the 9 wins, but.
Well, hold on. Let's actually go to Basketball Reference.
Because I think they didn't have double digits. I can tell you that. And for them to be at, you said 30. Yeah. What a turnaround! Like what a serious turnaround.
And currently the number 6 seed in the Eastern Conference.
What a way to fight! You got to give them credit and the coaching staff.
Oh yeah,
they did not give up. They didn't weather.
Yeah. JB Bickerstaff has done a fantastic job.
Of course, okay, yeah. Thanks for reminding me who their coach is because I was just about to ask that here. But yeah, okay, perfect. I mean, he's a tremendous coach. So we're not really shocked at what's going on with him right now.
No. Okay,
The
so
Rockets are playing good basketball.
yeah, they are. So
Play some
at
good
one
basketball.
point, they were at their worst. They were 9-15,
See,
and that was back in December. And
a
then
couple
they
months.
huh? Yeah.
It only
So
took a
they,
couple of months.
yeah, so they got officially over 500 in
And
January.
never looked back.
Never looked back. But yeah, at one point they were 9-15. So there you have it. JB Bickerstaff doing a tremendous job with the Pistons. We will send you the link, Miss Jody. Just stand by. Hold on. Pelicans, Mavericks. Dallas gets the win 111 to 103, getting their 31st win of the year. Kyrie had an Uncle Drew throwback. He scored 35. Zion shot the ball well, scored 29. CJ had 16. Murphy had 20, but to no avail. Big win for the Mavericks as they beat the Pelicans. 111 to 103. Thunder beat the Jazz in Utah 130 to 107. SGA had 21. John Collins had 26 for Utah. Holmgren had 20 for the Thunder as the Thunder get win number 45. And Utah goes to 13-42. And yes, Miss Jody is in a very good mood because her beloved Rockets did beat the Timberwolves at home to get win number 35 on the year as Mr. Jalen Green had 35 of them buckets. And the person that she can't stand, Mr. Segan, had 25 and 13 also to lead the way for Houston. 24 points and 13 rebounds. Anthony Edwards had 37 to lead the way for Minnesota. Reed had 22. McDaniels had 21. Alexander Walker had 16. But for the Rockets, whoa.
That makes Mizzle very happy.
Okay. Yes. This is even more impressive for the Rockets because, hold on.
Hey, look, if you're still watching, appreciate you chiming in.
The Rockets only suited up 9 players tonight.
Oh, excuse me? And they did that?
And they beat the Timberwolves, yes.
Kudos. You know what they're going to say. First game after the break. Yada, yada, yada.
I'm sorry, but half of your roster did not play.
That part.
But still, you suit up 9. And win.
Crazy work.
Yeah, it is crazy. But yeah. So tomorrow on the parquet floor. Oh, that's not cool.
That is not right.
Well, Unc,
that's true. It's true.
Well, I don't know how you couldn't get it going if you score 37.
Did he have no help?
He basically had no help. No, well, I mean, if you look at, well, yeah, Julius Randle didn't play. That didn't help. But
yeah.
I mean, he didn't play. Rudy Gobert didn't play. But I mean, you look at it. McDaniels had 21. Reed had 22. Alexander Walker at 16. Edwards had 37. But they got nothing from the bench.
There it is. That'll do it.
14 total points from the bench.
That'll do it.
But then again, the Rockets got 25 points off the bench. So there you go. There's the difference in that. But tomorrow on the hardwood floor on the NBA, we got the Bulls and the Suns in Chicago. Brooklyn and Philly with identical records at 20 and 35.
Did you say Brooklyn and Philly?
Y'all say a prayer for the Lakers tomorrow because they're playing their daddies. Their daddies being the Denver Nuggets.
Those games tend not to go well.
And I'm going to make a very safe assumption that the Joker will wake up and have a very nice rest and will get a triple-double. I'll just go on record and say that. Um, stand by, Miss Jody. Um, Rockets on the road. They head to Utah to play the Jazz, and Portland at home against the Trailblazers. So that is your action for Sunday on the hardwood floor, or Saturday on the hardwood floor. As mentioned, ooh, very good game. So Michigan State beats Michigan 75-62 in Ann Arbor, and Villanova upsets Marquette 81-76.
Oh,
But tomorrow, as mentioned, boy, I mean, it really gets no better than number 5 Houston at home hosting number 8 Iowa State. That is
oh,
going to be
what's that start time?
that is 11 a.m. on ESPN.
I'll be getting my hair done, but I might try to sneak that in.
He'll be getting his hair did. Also, before we continue, certainly want to give prayers to the Wallace family as the matriarch, Miss Viola Wallace, is back reunited with her son Biggie as she passed away at the
Oh well, thank you.
passed
It
away
won't
at
be
the
looking like
age
this
of
later on tomorrow.
at the age of 72. Of course, certainly Miss Wallace obviously kept her son's enduring legacy, as of course Notorious B.I.G. tragically passed away back on March the 9th in 1997. But Miss Wallace has done everything to keep his son legacy
You were
alive,
14?
handling his
I was
estate.
14.
Huh?
Biggie died when I was 14?
Yeah. 6 months after Pac. March 9th of 97 in LA.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, heck. Well, I mean, we've already talked about it ad verbatim, but we don't need to go at it again. But, I mean, it is just insane to think that we are coming up on the 30th anniversary of Selena in March next month. Then coming up on Tupac's 30th next year. And then in 2027 it'll be Biggie's 30th. So that's just insane to think that we're sadly approaching that, if you will.
Did you see? Did you see that AI of Tupac in gray, looking old,
Yeah.
bro? I was like, excuse me. I had to double look for him and like, what the whoa?
Yeah.
Then I then I read it was AI. AI, ridiculous.
I mean, I've seen some very interesting AIs. I've seen AIs of Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Seen AIs of DMX. I mean, AI is. I mean, if you're paying tribute, it's a good way to pay tribute, certainly for sure.
Yeah.
But
Better than the
Biggie's
other
mom,
AI versions of things I've seen.
But yeah, Biggie's mom, Miss Viola Wallace, passing away at the age of 72.
Yeah.
So, with that said, the Saints have found their defensive coordinator. It is Brandon
Are we
Staley.
shocked?
No, we're not.
I mean, the worst kept secret.
No. But Kellen Moore, who was Brandon Staley's OC in Inglewood, now
Return the favor.
Returning the favor, running the Saints defense over there in New Orleans, Louisiana. And real quickly of the article that you sent me in regards to Brandon Ayuk, if that's how you felt, then I agree with you. Why did you pay him in the first place? Why?
If you were going to be bitter about it, you should have just let him go.
Yeah.
Got something for him.
Should have just found a trade partner. Yeah. But that's here nor there.
But yeah, that's ridiculous.
John Feliciano announcing his retirement from the NFL, of course, originally drafted.
Good career.
Yeah.
Quiet, good career.
Long career. Also, after 11 years, Zach Martin is hanging up the cleats in Arlington.
Another great career.
Another great career for sure.
Definitely great career.
Definitely will have Hall of Fame credentials, as Zach Martin has been one of the best for a long, long time.
Facts.
Certainly here in the NFL.
Boy, the chats are on fire tonight.
Yes, they sure are. So
But I love
the
it.
Eagles have promoted Kevin Patullo to be the offensive coordinator, replacing Kellen Moore. That's an in-house decision. He was the passing game coordinator when he first came to Philly, and and he was promoted to assistant head coach back in 2023. Um, so there's that. 43 years old. So definitely he'll be taking the reins up there in Philadelphia. As mentioned earlier, Champ Kelly
I
gone
don't like
as
that,
GM. I know you don't, but I'm
but I
pretty
get
sure
it.
I'm pretty sure he wanted to have a chance to run his own ship. And
You
he
know, and he should have had the opportunity when it was open in the first place.
I agree. I agree.
That should have been his in the first place. But I give him credit for sticking around after he got overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
But Champ is going to make somebody's franchise
Oh, absolutely.
absolutely
Absolutely.
tremendous.
Yes.
But
And the Jaguars have a GM as they go grab from the Rams, as they grab former Rams scouting guy. James Gladstone will be the new Jacksonville Jaguars GM. Of course, the draft the Jaguars have the fifth pick, and they have 38 million in cap space, according to Over the Cap.
see, you took too long.
Maybe her Wi-Fi took another crap again. Yep, it it was the Wi-Fi. But ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
joining us to the stage is Miss Houston herself.
Hello,
Hello,
Houston.
Miss Jody. How are you?
Houston. Yeah, what about my Houston boys?
Well,
They're
you
playing
got
good.
a big.
They're
You
playing
got a
good
big.
basketball.
You got a big
Hey,
game. You got a big game tomorrow against Iowa State up there in Houston, Tejas. So
you know what? It's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be
Hey,
just fine. It's gonna be fine. Not worried about it. It's a game that we can afford to lose, and you know what? It's gonna be a hard fought game as long as I think what's his name, Tuggles, Ruggles, something. Don't get into foul trouble. It's most aggressive. He's the most aggressive guy on our court, and I just don't want him to foul out.
that part. All right. Well, strange things happening. More charges being brought up against Justin Tucker.
he's done.
Yeah, well, you already know
You
what
know
I
what? I
said about
forgot.
it.
Deshaun Watson is still around, so
Yeah, but did the NFL actually call those victims and did it themselves? Because I don't remember hearing anything like that with his case. This is random. It does I already hit you up about it, but like that felt weird. That felt a little off.
just out of nowhere though.
Yeah, I mean,
But I did ask this question. So we all know. No, I didn't say I made this statement. So we all know Justin Tucker is one of the most accurate, counted on kicker. If it's from pretty good distance, you have confidence in him. He's a good high success rate of making his kicks.
For the most part, he's been automatic his whole career. Yes.
This last season,
not
so
unusual.
much.
Let's just put it out there. It's not unusual with
but what
age.
I'm saying is, did he know about this and that was bothering him, and that was why he was not making his field goals?
Well, then I'll have to ask maybe we might need to now look into, maybe investigating Crosby, my kicker, when he had that one bad year. I mean, come on. Yeah, he's getting old. I mean, you can't rely on the guy to keep kicking 50-yard pluses to save a team.
I mean,
It's a tough job. And it's a
but
lonely job.
but it's just not the field goals, Miss Jody.
Oh, shit.
He
it's
was
a
missing
lonely
extra
job.
points.
God damn it.
extra points too.
He was
yes.
missing extra points. I mean, he was missing like not just 50-yard field goals. We're talking about
okay.
in your sleep he can make these kicks.
Yes.
Okay, then I want to investigate Aubrey for the Cowboys. Because you know damn well.
Well, you should. So you also want to go investigate the Niners kicker too, then, huh?
I mean, they didn't invest. They didn't ask the victims for McManus, my kicker. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I've never heard the NFL themselves. Roger Goodell's finally stepping in. I don't know where he been other than under a rock, saying, you know
Wiping
what,
the
let's
owners'
ask these
asses.
I
ladies
think
ourselves.
he was involved with the Deshaun Watson case.
Well, but they didn't go and talk to the victims.
I believe the NFL did.
I could be really wrong, so I'm not going.
I think they're doing the same thing that they did with Watson, but here I don't think the FBI was involved in Watson's case.
Wait, the FBI is involved in Tucker's case?
They're in Baltimore interviewing what they interviewed 3 women already, I think, or 2 and 3 or vice versa.
Why is the FBI? What? Wait a minute. I thought the NFL was doing it.
What
Okay.
do you mean, Mr. Corey? We're just talking about kickers and massage parlors and
Nothing wrong here. We just curious why these players can't go to their own
Mr. Corey, Mr. Corey, it's just not his show either.
I don't know. I think it's weird. It's a little odd, guys.
Oh well, I agree. I was just trying to point out, point out an obvious.
I mean, like I said, he's the last Super Bowl guy on that roster from the Flacco Super Bowl. Maybe this is how they get rid of him. I don't know. I'm just saying.
You can just.
That's how you get rid of your guys. Ooh, okay. Could have just let him retire. I'm just saying.
I am not in the mood for that shit tonight.
Oh man!
Booting people off this show for less.
Now you did say. Now you did say, and I quote, and I'm going to quote you now.
Okay.
Who, me or Miss Jody?
Me.
No,
I
Miss
think
Jody.
Me.
Okay.
No, because
it's fine. I like this. No fact checkers from the chat. You guys are good though. You guys do it.
No, but she said, and I quote, when she sent me this message talking about how is it that we all complain about LeBron and Luka flopping with the refs, but of course there's a particular person on the basketball team that she cheers for that should get the same treatment when it comes to flopping like LeBron and Luka Doncic. So,
well, maybe not flopping, but the chatter. I think not flopping. It's the complaining to the refs is what I'm more focused on with this particular.
Like Draymond Green.
Oh man, Draymond Green be getting into shit that he's not even involved in, and I don't understand.
If that's not the truth,
that's a new record. It's all he's trying to do. That's the same reason why Caleb Williams stayed and played as a starter, just to be the first rookie to get sacked that many times. Like Draymond, go sit your ass. We got Giannis. Is that his name? No, Edwards. Edwards here about what? He's one technical foul away from being suspended for a game. Is that correct?
Damn.
That's the same thing I see Draymond Green doing, which is the same thing I see Caleb Williams did across the sports world. Is what I'm saying. It's the same level.
Okay, but why did Bobby?
And I think Segun is there. Segun is right there.
Does anybody know why?
Why?
Why Bobby Portis got suspended for 25 games? What did I miss?
Oh,
he took a pain pill that was not.
It's a violation.
Yeah, he wanted to trade I know it was trazodone and tramadol. One of the two. One of them.
Trazodone is a sleeping agent. That's a sleeping agent. So if you can't fall asleep, it's melatonin on steroids, but it's perfectly legal. It's not like what's the other one that you thought?
I think it was a tramadol.
Oh, tramadol. Ooh, I don't know if that's pain.
It's something for pain. It's one of those.
If he's not prescribed tramadol, for sure. But I mean, are these? I've never heard of for example, NFL players, they can get away with those two if they're prescribed. I don't know how it works for the NBA.
But yet they still throw a fuss about
how many games?
25.
Wow.
He'll be able to come back and play 4 games.
Is this team in like a position for something? I don't know.
The Bucks on the playoffs.
The Bucks are in a good position.
Oh shit! Oh. Well,
I mean, if we go to the standings right now in the association,
let me pull up my ESPN. Hold on.
Currently, the Bucks are in the 5 seed, which means if the playoffs were to start today, their first round match will be against the Indiana Pacers.
And then we're talking about this is Milwaukee, right? Weren't they in there last year too? They were close to making.
Milwaukee won the championship in 2021 after being down 2 games to none to Phoenix.
Mm.
And then they decided last season, even though they had a good record, they decided to fire their coach to hire Glenn, as in Doug Rivers.
He had emphasis on that too. Glenn.
Glenn.
Well,
Yes.
he does fumble in the postseason very well.
Yes.
Or he fumbles 3-1 leads.
Okay, we're going to have to figure out another word for fumble when it comes to turnover in basketball. It's called mishandling of the dribble. We got to figure out something. Fumbling just throws me off. Every time a commentator be like, oh, he fumbles the ball or they intercepted. I said, what the hell in the NBA?
Well, I mean, you can intercept a pass in basketball. You can do
Sure.
that.
I mean, I just say I stole the ball.
Well, that is the correct basketball terminology.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, I played basketball for over 16 years. I did AAU for the Dallas All-Stars back when they were the Dallas All-Stars. Like, when I hear terminology today, how they kind of cross-reference it, like, I don't know if you confirmed this earlier, but I asked, like, has Stephen A. always been doing the late night highlight go over halftime stuff, because he's the one using a lot of the football terms. And I'm like, okay, dude, you just all right.
He is on. If the game is on ESPN, I believe so. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Well, unfortunately, Stephen A. has become the face of the network
Of
now, as the worldwide
ESPN.
leader.
He's gonna become the head face of the fighting world too, if we're not careful. He wants to join in on that as well. So.
I don't know. He's in his lane. Don't come into a sport that I really care about. Like on a level of football.
Hey, wait. Now I know. So, like in real fighting, sure, I know y'all love WWE, WWF. Can you imagine Stephen A. showing up for a cameo and getting like Stone Cold Steve Austin done?
If Stone Cold gave Stephen A. the stunner,
come on,
I would applaud that stunner.
Yeah. All right, I'm looking at Milwaukee Bucks' standings here. You said here. All right. Yeah, they are.
They're the 4th seed.
Cleveland, got Pacers, Lakers in front of them, Rock, Knicks, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Celtics, Thunder, and Cavaliers. Okay. Huh.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah, that's not good. 25 games. Is this his first violation? That don't make sense.
You know what? I think his agent came out and said this is his first offense.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna get appealed. I mean, no. So I listened to the All-Star. Was it a pregame? You know, what's his name? He looks like a villain. Who's the good commissioner? Adam Silver. I listened to him, and he was talking about. Yeah, well, he looked like an anorexic cancer patient of, what's his name from X. Okay, my bad. Maybe that was wrong. He does look very, let's say he don't eat a lot, and he's very sickly, that requires radiation therapy for that guy for the X-Men in the wheelchair.
Professor Xavier?
Yeah, he looked like a skinnier him. I'm not good with names, y'all. I could just describe the pictures, okay?
That's okay. That's what we're here for.
Minus using Cerebro.
Exactly.
So that's a whole other story.
You would think, though, with a head that big, like, come on. This product that the NBA puts out, I was listening to they were talking about the trade and how it seems like he was also very much caught off guard, correct? But they were talking also about what I mentioned to y'all about a couple of streams ago, about how they pass the physicals, and that they're going to start looking into maybe, that's going to become something that needs to be a part of a thing, as if this has not been a thing, a physical, like how in football you have to pass the physical to join the team, regardless of trade free agent, whatever. Apparently this is not a thing in the NBA, and I'm very shocked.
Well, I thought you can't trade a player that's hurt. I thought that was.
You would think, but based off of what Adam Silver's, I'm gonna have to find the clip and I'll link it to y'all in the segment. I'm telling you, it's just like I was shocked.
Well, how can the commissioner of the NBA say he didn't know about it, where he has to approve the trade?
I didn't know that, but he said no. This is nothing that's like this. Usually isn't like public kind of news, is what he said. And I said,
okay.
Like, what does that mean? Like the GMs don't need to announce it, but they didn't contact you, and they also didn't contact the Jazz. So
you're spot on.
So, but I was shocked by that because this whole like him violating a drug policy, if this is his first offense, I would not be surprised if that's his punishment if they are not like upholding those rules for any kind of physical, like failed physicals and trades are just happening all willy nilly.
Well, according to this article, he's not going to appeal the suspension, but Mizzle was spot on. When he does return, he's eligible to return on April the 8th against Minnesota. With literally, as Mizzle just said, 4 games left in the season.
So was he caught? Like, was this a random drug test?
He actually took the pill.
Okay.
But he didn't get it from the staff doctor. He got it from a friend.
Oh, well, wife. I mean, when you put it like that, then it's a dub for us, right? But like, what does the NBA say?
Well, if his agent
gave it to him,
if he took it from a mistakenly took it from a prescribed staff doctor, this probably would not be as bad as it is. But since it's outside of the facility, they're looking at it as, brother, you trying to do something.
So then I don't understand how they could just automatically, especially if it's his first offense, and then if he's not appealing, this tells me
I'm not 100% sure, but
if it is this him not appealing, that means he wants out. Just like what's his name wants out? Edwards. Is that the same guy? No, Giannis. I think Giannis, if he does not win, they said it earlier, and I caught on to me for a second. I said, interesting, because I don't follow basketball like that. Y'all know this. But it makes sense. If he's not appealing, that means he must know something's up.
There's no really much that loyalty in the NBA anymore.
Well, of course not. Of course not.
That's ridiculous.
Of course not. You saw how upset Dallas fans were, which I'm not going to say that I took any kind of enjoyment in that because it's not the Cowboys. That was sad. They were hurt, and you don't do that to fans. Period. I don't care what team unless you're a Canada hockey. Nah, fuck y'all.
But what's been coming out is Dallas said they were not going to pay Luka.
Now what they came out with originally was, he can't stay in shape, which also goes back to
Of course, that's going to be the narrative. But once they got talked about in the media about that, you see how the narrative got switched. Well, we're never going to pay him the money. So.
But you've also seen how many head coaches have also not been able to come out and actually talk because there is no such thing as a Belichick in the NBA where they can come out and actually talk and not get any repercussions. There isn't. Who?
Well, Steve Kerr talks a lot.
Yeah, but even Steve Kerr, like when the Butler, right? Like he was like, oh yeah, it happened in the middle of the game. He's like, yeah. Well, they didn't like really be like, oh yeah, fuck that shit. Like I think that's really messed up to do it in the middle of a game anyway. Like he doesn't speak out against it. Like I think he puts his shit together and then sometimes he says really stupid shit. But so, oh man, maybe you think they'll want Adams? Maybe the Bucks want to take Adams because we're not using them. I love Adams, but you want Sagoon?
Giannis is gonna.
I mean, freaking no, the Mavs
if he's wanting to leave, some team has to take that contract that Milwaukee paid him. Yep. That's a big ass contract.
Yep, hefty.
Well, and I'd rather have Edwards right now. Seeing how Edwards played tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good Lord. I want Edwards with now correct me guys, it's Castle. He's number 5. Is that the Spurs?
Yes.
I want him there. I love Castle. I can't
I don't see the Spurs doing anything drastic.
Well, without Wemby, they're gonna need somebody else, whether it's a tall guy or not.
They're gonna do what they did the same year that David Robinson got hurt, and they went out and drafted Tim Duncan and paired them two together, and the rest was history.
Okay, but there's a lot of tall guys that aren't being used right now, and they're still valuable. Hell, Adams could go there. Honestly, like I said, I love me some Adams, man. When he dunks, like the whole world shakes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Draymond Green wanted to play footsies with him.
You know what, Draymond need to go somewhere because I know damn well y'all saw the All-Star game, the skills. First of all, we need to talk about that cheating. Them cheating.
Yeah.
cheating.
How could they do that and think that was okay?
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't watch not a lick of the All
Oh, we have to
Weekend
fill you in.
game. Nothing. No, well, number one, I didn't have the time,
Oh
and two,
no.
even if I did have the time, I probably would have found something else to watch. It's not that entertaining no more. When I watched it when
tried
I was a
watching
kid.
it. I tried watching it. I ended up almost falling asleep.
Hey, except for the dunk contest, guys. Come on, you can't get over the Mac McCullough, whatever. That somebody need to check that boy's Achilles. I mean,
All right, but this man is not on nobody's roster, but he's winning dunk contests.
in fact, he's been on 6, which is insane. Actually,
Hell,
he's been on 6, but he's on the G League. But last year he was on the Orlando something. No, it's still the same team, but it's I guess their G League team. Just
well,
look at the jerseys.
he won the slam dunk contest for the Sixers, and I'm a Sixer fan.
I mean, he freaking. I mean, I've looked at his tape. I'm not quite sure if they just think that he needs to be a golden globetrotter or what, but like his handling ball skills has improved way so much actually, and he's a great assist passer.
Went to
I
Texas
mean,
Tech. Went to Georgetown.
yeah, went to Georgetown and then he transferred to Texas Tech after his prospects to go into the NBA draft didn't look so good, so he came back, went to Texas Tech, still put up the numbers, actually lower because he had more assists. And then he got drafted, I believe, originally to the Lakers.
He was.
And then they put him on the G League. I think he was also with the Warriors. He was with 76ers. He's been around. He's 26 years old.
And that's kind of crazy to say.
And he came out during the same year, I believe Bronny did. And the comparisons of the stark comparisons of attention was disgusting. I didn't know that. Like he was coming out in one of those years. I guess he was probably at Georgetown. I wouldn't assume. I mean, I get it's Georgetown, but this is basketball, y'all. These are iconic. These are like myth schools we're talking about. We're not talking about the classic legendaries like Kentucky and Duke. We're talking about myths. Okay, well, not, baby powder blue ain't for everybody, my guy.
He's a Tar
I'm a
Heel.
Tar Heel fan, so.
Okay. I was just naming them. I could go to Xavier. We can go to Gonzaga. We can go to Villanova. I mean, we can go on to the myth schools.
Probably some knowledge.
He has. I mean, his G League stats are pretty good, averaging.
They're insane.
He's averaging.
Then why can he not make a basketball team?
There's
something.
No, he's made it.
Then why can he not stick around? Why is
well,
he
it's
always
the same
bouncing
question
around
I
in
would
the
ask
G
you this. If Thompson on my okay, I gotta make sure. Is it Ahmed and Asur? I have Ahmed Thompson, and then Asur is on the Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
So when we drafted him, we sent him to the G League for development. It's the same thing that the Lakers, in fact, I believe the Lakers use them as the summer league for them. So he was actually active roster, and actually today he is considered active roster. Look at his jersey. It's actually the Orlando Magic's jersey. It's not the G League one from last year. So I don't know what's going on here, but you're basically using this guy for entertainment value, like how you bring BTS to the Grammys. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Am I wrong? Yo, I'm just saying.
Like Sugar.
I'm just saying. Hey, don't mess with Sugar. Sugar.
What the hell is going into you, Beavis?
I like you some. I like you some Sugar, just like I like your blowout right now. That's a look right there. I think you should go into the next football season like that.
This hair is getting done tomorrow morning.
Oh, come on, man.
This is just freshly taken out. Not even did nothing to it. Just took it out.
She loves the Don Mizzle look.
I do, man. I just love that shit. Like I just love it. I always love it.
Oh no, I can't. This is too long.
Some interesting news happened today.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. He got me. All right, go ahead.
Because this really is going to happen, folks.
No. What are you doing? The build up.
Possibly could see Aaron Judge have some facial hair
on his face
in 2025.
Yes, bring back the facial hair.
49 years later.
Of course, when George Steinbrenner bought the team since 1973.
Lord, gee.
Yeah, you can have a little No, wait. They can't have this. It has to
Yeah.
be groomed. No, it has to be groomed.
I
This
mean,
ain't groomed.
Okay, and as it should be, right? Just
I mean,
don't you
hey,
want to? You take care of the
I'll
head
tell you
on
this.
your hair
I'll
on
tell
your
you
head.
this.
Why not the hair on your face?
I'll tell you this. They gave him something. So you
It's
can
been
have
long.
facial
It's
hair.
almost been
You
50
can have
years,
facial
though.
hair, but you got to be clean. I understand it.
They
They
made them
are
look
afraid
like
they're trying to be
children
a
for 50
respectable
years.
franchise. But it's kind of messed up putting stipulation on how you grow your hair out, though. You know.
I didn't even think that was allowed. That kind of feels like a personal freedom right that was violated, honestly. Like, how does that? How's that even a rule?
Well, I mean,
But
that's
you
just
signed a
how,
contract, though.
that's just
It's
how George
actually
Steinbrenner.
in the contract. You
Yeah.
can't grow
Yeah.
facial hair.
Yes, you signed that contract.
George Steinbrenner has had that in place since when he bought the Yankees in 1973, and that has been the rule even after his passing. That his son.
Oh, okay.
But then
Yep.
Al said, "You know what? He
Enough is
talked
enough.
he talked to the alumni. He talked to the current players, and I mean, kudos to Hal Steinbrenner for you know what, letting them grow facial hair now. So
Because a valid point that he brought out that could turn away certain free agents. You know, they don't want to come here because they don't want to cut their facial hair.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
I mean, true. There's quite. Well, I mean, how many really? I mean, epic beards are we talking about in the MLB right now?
I don't think about epic beard. Just some people just don't like at my job. It's either I can cut this off and just wear a normal mask when I go into a certain room, or I gotta put this big machine over this little thing over my head with a breathing machine to walk into these rooms and go clean them. I'll take them a claustrophobic.
Oh, so I must have misunderstood. We're not just talking about
his face instead of a mask.
We're not just talking about the game. We're talking about going to meetings and practices, like in general. This is
It's just when you are a part of the Yankee organization, you can't have facial hair.
Got you. Yeah.
When Reggie Jackson left the A's to go sign with the Yankees, or left the Orioles to go sign with the Yankees, Reggie used to have a beard. When he was in Oakland, California, Baltimore, Reggie had a beard.
Stash.
When he came to the Yankees, it just became simply the stash. Like Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly, when he left the Yankees, grew a whole lot of facial hair, but when he was with the Yankees, just had the straight, simple porn stash, if you will, for lack of a better term. So I mean, it's interesting.
It's a change. Maybe
it's a change.
That's you like to see that though. You like to see something always.
Well,
something different.
Something that's like that, like in culture, it's been here. Like the Yankees been here. Like it's as iconic as their striped uniforms itself.
Yes, the pinstripes. Yes, they are classic.
Yeah, so it's like when you see something change with organizations like that, it's pretty freaking cool to see that it's like, okay, you give us a cookie. That's
almost
good.
almost like seeing names on the back of Notre Dame jerseys. Football.
You know what? That really does irritate me.
If you grew up watching Notre Dame back in the day, there was no name on the back of the jersey.
Oh man!
You better know who that player was, or you was just watching football.
Well, we all know who Notre Dame's players are because they're all sons of former football legends themselves. I think this school is a cult, and I believe it.
Oh wow, we went there
in a good cult way. Like I'm a just hoard all of the football sons.
That's a good way to look at it.
Well,
unless Belichick steps in, so.
Well, he is now in North Carolina, so we'll see how that program is going to change.
Well, he did change one thing. He said we're going
grass,
not no.
I'm coaching here. That field as grass. I'm like, yes. Play on what you played on as a kid.
He knows what's up, and he also has, I believe, he has started something along the terms of a salary cap, like a recruiting cap. Is what he liked to say. Or what he had said, and I thought that was interesting. We'll see how that goes for the NCAA if they ever actually get to that discussion, because that's a tough cookie to. A recruiting cap, I think, is a good idea.
I agree.
I think it needs to happen, especially with basketball. I hate it that they transfer in the middle of a tournament, and then it's just
It makes no sense, but unfortunately, these are the times when it comes to this NIL.
Or you play a first half of football and be like, I'm done.
Yeah,
set
and they're
records.
also
I set records. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
yeah, I mean, you could just even put they are even using the terms of revenue sharing, which is I've thought is what we did not want because then that means they're employed. I could have sworn that's what they didn't want to happen. Like the NCAA rather have had that happen because it actually works in the
I
favor of the
think
NCAA.
something had to happen to where they were had to pay these players because,
You kept using their likeness.
yep. And
Yeah,
instead of them, giving them revenue and sharing the money with them, what the players go do?
but
Sign
that's what I'm
autographs,
saying.
sell
I
their
heard it. I think
autographs,
I bel
exchange stuff
yeah, I
for
believe I
tattoos.
heard it about 2 days ago. It was they said the actual words of revenue sharing. They said now that revenue sharing is here. I just maybe the media is not on the same page of what they're supposed to be saying because that was like, oh, okay, so now we need to talk about like scholarships, handouts and stuff because this is still an institution that needs to take care of all their students, not just athletes. And if this is going to
Right.
be revenue sharing, then those scholarships need to be going to actual other students, not athletes.
Or
So
you might have to start paying the students to be there.
yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, how many times have we grown up saying, "Hey, man, I wish I got $20 for an A in that class. If I got A's and you gonna pay me to get A's, don't you think I would have worked harder?" Yeah,
Incentives.
yeah. Like I don't have to take the test at the end of the year,
Yeah,
Or like,
that would be
we
nice.
all played sports. If you had to keep your grades up in order to play, we don't even know if that's happening, and I don't
Oh,
think we've
come
known
on.
that for a long time.
Come on now. There's that one teacher that's all about the team.
That's
You
in
know,
high school. Now in college, that's a
it, it,
crime. That is
it
a
is,
crime.
but it still happens. It still
Yeah. But I mean, even like, but has anyone ever seen a story about people questioning it?
no, they just get caught.
We just hear about them in the draft and they got a 4.0 GPA. Okay, and only in their senior year were they close and that's all they got, or that's just how they bumped up. What is it? Are you rounding it like their height? I just curious.
Hey, that's very, very interesting. You never know.
You just never know. Like, I'm just saying, I'm just curious because these students, like these athletes, they work hard in their craft, right? And if it's pay for play now, right? Then why are you coming to school anyways? You could just go to the European League. What is it, Madrid something? Where
Uh,
Luca's from?
where the hell is Luca
And
from?
that guy from I just played him. The Cougars
I
just
know where
played him.
Luca's from. I just can't think of it right now.
All
It
Madrid?
nah.
Oh man. But it's that league that it's not the official. Is it the official European? I don't think it is. I think it's called All Madrid.
EuroLeague? Are you talking about the EuroLeague?
Yeah, like it's over. It's an academy, but I think it was called something Madrid.
Mm.
Fudge. Anyway, I know Luca's from there, but there's a college guy playing. Oh, the Cougars just played him. Oh, Arizona. I believe he's on Arizona. Levin. He's from there. And he played 3 years over there. And he comes over here and man, those European players are aggressive.
Well, you know what Lucas said? He said it's more competition over in the EuroLeague than it is. It's over here. It's easy.
I believe it. That just look at how they come over here and play in college, how aggressive they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just very all about.
He's from Slovenia.
Man, dude. But he left his parents at 15 to go to this academy.
Go play basketball. Yeah.
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 Damn.
Been balling since he was 15 years old, and he's only 26. I mean 25. Excuse me.
Dang. Don't say that. Now I feel old.
Excuse me?
Hey, you know what? It still stuck on me with our little friend last time. Keep calling me old. I'm gonna find him next time he come back on the show. I'm gonna find him. I have I got some good tech skills over here. I'm gonna find him.
Yeah. Oh, you should take no offense.
Okay. All right. That one could have gone over my head. Good thing I'm drinking the good whiskey tonight to keep my mind clear. That was good. I can't with right now. Oh
Uh,
Lord, I
so
can't.
you said you had something and something to bring to
I do.
the show?
I have an interesting topic that I think I might have touched on it a little bit when we very first met on just text only. And it is an NFL thing. Yes, it is an NFL thing. It has to do with the overtime in the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just bring this up real quick. Hold on, let me bring it up because I wrote it down. I got this. See, I came scripted today. I'm not like Kevin Hart. I don't go off the script. When I do, I'm not gonna get knocked off of the freaking all-star game because I'm being too off the script.
They had to pull the camera out
They
just to
took
show
my
his.
phone away. You don't understand. Oh my gosh, Kevin, like, cause he's standing next to Shaq, and Shaq is Shaq can't help himself. Welcome back. Oh, he eating. Okay, you ain't share. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right.
I mean, I can
Which,
hold it up to the camera. You can take a bite. I'm just saying.
you know what? I really don't want to lick my phone and do all that. But here we go. Are we ready, Mister?
Okay.
Ready, Mister Mizzle? You ready?
Bring it.
The topic I wanted to bring about because I thought it would be an interesting, kind of cool conversation to bring because yes, I will involve my Green Bay Packers in it. And then anyone else who chimes in about maybe their experiences with this same thing. And I was curious as to why this overtime rule was so big, the change, right? Because obviously the change is cool, but it would have worked in the regular season more so, right? Both teams get a chance at the ball. I think that's fair, no? And then it should be sudden death in the playoffs. I think it was supposed to be right in the playoffs, right?
Well,
So, oh, go ahead.
the reason why I believe they changed it to give you more football.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Playoff wise.
Yes.
What's up, Big? Regular season.
I mean, think of the last few seasons.
I mean, you stop them. Stop them. The rule has been if you go down and score, game over.
Mm-hmm.
Stop them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. But if we want more football, so let's
in the playoffs. You want more football in the playoffs. You want more time.
Well, yeah, because it's one and done, right?
Exactly.
We're the only sport that doesn't do an
cares.
tournament in state. We say what I'm saying, like, yeah, of course. But shouldn't that be sudden death? It's the end of the season. It is. You got worked your butt off to get here. That's how it's supposed to be, right?
I mean, I agree. It should have been, like I say,
overtime in the regular season could help a lot of teams maybe that should have actually been in the playoffs this last year, but didn't because they didn't get the chance at the ball, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just more of how I've been watching football. Overtime rule was whoever get the ball first, they go down and score. Game over.
Yeah. So here's what I was thinking, right? Because it blew up because of the Chiefs and Bills game.
And the
right?
Bills.
What was that? 20? Was that 20?
19 seconds or 13 seconds?
20.
3 years ago, right?
About 2 or 3 years ago.
Let's see. From the 2021 AFC Championship game.
No,
that was all the hoopla that Josh Allen didn't get the ball, right?
That's why you have the overtime rule the way it is now because of that.
You had 13 seconds.
All you have to do is stop.
And your dumb ass kicker decides not to squib kick the football. Instead, you kick it deep.
We weren't even dating back then. Wait a minute, Swift kick?
No,
I'm just playing.
So you decide to kick the ball deep and give Kermit the Frog 13 seconds.
Well, you know what? I will also, let me just say something. 13 seconds against certain teams, certain quarterbacks, certain coaches. That's all they need. And I've been on the wrong end of it. I've been on the right of it.
And make them run it. Run the clock. When you kick the ball deep, there's no time off the clock. So if you squibbed it, that's at least about 5 seconds off the clock. So that's 1 or 2 plays. You play your certain prevent defense, but 13 seconds, no time off the clock. And like you said, certain quarterback.
I'll tell you, look, we saw Tom Brady do it, 19? Was it 19 seconds he came back in that one comeback?
Something like that.
And then Aaron Rodgers did one game in 13 seconds, I remember.
Well, he's very good at completing Hail Marys.
Yeah, well, you know, if you can hold on to the ball and your line can hold for long enough without a freaking holding call to get 13 seconds to find and sure.
As long
And
as you
then,
don't do the Eli.
well, as long as you don't do what my Packers do against the Giants and Saquon when he was there in his last year and just let him just run 50 yards, you know, and all you had to do was hold him for 17 seconds. Yeah, for damn sure.
Was stop receiver.
But just don't do the Eli.
Well, we don't talk about that. Okay, he's retired now. That's
I get that, but the number one rule in quarterbacking is you don't do the Eli.
facts.
Well, she's keeping that. Never mind.
All right. My main climax to the point, right? So we said 2021 AFC divisional, right? I said I'd bring my Packers into it because I always wondered this one question. Like I said, if anyone else is in the chat that has, you know, a different team that has been in this situation before even my Aaron Rodgers situation, I'm going to use as an example, then absolutely chime in, right? Aaron Rodgers, during his tenure with the Green Bay Packers, right? He experienced like quite a few overtimes in like the playoffs. I believe 2 out of 3 of them went into overtime. One of them was the 2014 NFC Championship game against Seattle, and I believe that was the dumb freaking, you know what, we're not going to go into details right there, but Seattle gets the ball, wins the coin toss kind of thing. They never get the ball back, right? Mm-hmm. Then in 2015, back-to-back years. This had happened to Aaron Rodgers in back-to-back years in the NFC division. Yeah, against the Cardinals. And this rule wasn't changed. And like at the time, I would like to say the Packers are only 3 years removed from the Super Bowl, the 2010 going into 2011. That's what I say. It's the 2010 freaking Super Bowl. We're not even removed, like 3 years, right? And this is not a rule, like it's not been talked about. But then this game happens in 2021 because we're so in love with Josh Allen. Now, sure, you don't have to love Aaron Rodgers. I believe this was before the COVID toe thing. I thought he was well liked before that, but I'm pretty sure this is like a weird topic I wanted to bring up because how I started it is I do think this rule is great if it's in the regular season because I do think playoffs should be sudden death, which is the opposite of me bringing this point up. But I thought it would be a cool question to ask you guys. Like, why do you think it was brought up and changed in 2021, but not back then with back-to-back Aaron Rodgers not ever getting a chance at the ball at the championship games?
Nobody complained about it.
Yeah. Well, you think like the team had to the fans?
Nobody complained about it because that was the rule.
The Bills, as an organization, complained to the league about the dang overtime rule.
Yeah, I think the main media did as well, though. To be honest with you.
Well, that too.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. I think Stephen A. made a big stinker about it.
Well, yeah, the media plays a big part in that too. But flat out answer your question is because nobody complained about it.
Yeah.
They went out there and played football. They lost because the defense didn't make a stop or the team threw an interception, which was a pick six, and the game was over.
My thing is this. Now, Mizzle.
Now, money's a big reason. Yeah.
Mizzle and I have been watching football for 4+ decades. And overtime didn't matter if it was regular season or playoffs. It was sudden death.
Yeah.
And it's like this. You're in the National Football League. You're at the highest pinnacle of playing padded helmet tackle football.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is not the NCAA to where after 2 overtimes you have to go for 2. No. This is the NFL. This is put your big boy pants on. Put your big boy pads on. You play defense. If you don't want us to win, you try and stop us. That's how we grew up watching football. Sometimes the overtime rules watered down because, for example, during the regular season, it goes from a 15-minute period to a 10-minute period. Now, it used to be the old overtime rules, coin toss, you can end the game on kicking a game-winning field goal.
Yep.
They stopped that.
Walk-offs.
So now if you kick a field goal, the other team gets a chance to at least extend the game. And then
college rules.
And then after that, so say, for example, team goes down and kicks a field goal. Now, if the team scores a touchdown, game's over.
Mm-hmm.
If they kick a field goal, then after that, it becomes sudden death and first team to win scores.
Just
Now again, my football team that I've loved since 1986 are some idiots because they didn't know the overtime rule. Like, how do you not know the dang?
I don't. I
you
still
got to
don't
throw in
believe that.
Donovan McNabb in there too.
I still don't believe
I
that.
didn't know the game couldn't end at a tie. What the hell, Donovan?
How long you been playing football and how long you been in this league for you to come out and say that? Come
But
on.
couldn't y'all say that with Shanahan with that last goof up too? Like, how long have you been a coach, bro? Andy Reid and them apparently seem to have gotten the head start in the offseason prior about this rule. Is how confident they were.
Well,
But that's what I'm saying. That rule was only going to happen in the playoffs. So do you practice this much? No, you probably don't, because you don't expect in the playoffs. And I mean, it would be great, right, if they go into overtime, right? That's our chance of seeing a good game even longer to prolong the season. Is that right there, right? But if you didn't
Basically,
know
just
your
never touch football.
overtime
Let it
rule,
be the
which
way it
was
is.
made, it just seems how no offense, Doug. Like how they not know it? It was announced, every team was aware, but you can't make it perfect. You can't prepare for it if it's not a regular thing and if it's not in the regular season. See what I'm saying?
because it's B Rabbit, and B Rabbit's gonna do B Rabbit things.
You,
Like choke 10-point leads in the Super Bowl. That's what B Rabbit does.
well, at least you beat me.
But still,
Maybe not in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying in
but
general.
still,
You know,
you have got to experience a Super Bowl win in the 21st century.
I
I have not.
I
Mizzle
have.
has not.
I am sorry. But
I
you
have-
guys have gotten there. Y'all are very close. Does that sound
That does
condescending? My
not
bad.
matter.
My bad.
Not matter.
Twice.
Well-
they have blown 10-point leads.
Well, see, so now I think it should have been. I wish, actually, I really was hoping it was the 49ers and Bills last year, like 2 years ago.
I took the Bills.
49ers and the Bills. Two teams that, can
Berman
get there.
Super Bowl.
And it would have been
That's
hard
just the
to
Chris
pick
Berman
one.
Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Swami Super Bowl. Picks that every year. Every
Swami
year
Bowl.
of when the season starts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
EJ, to answer your question,
What's the new baseball rule?
The hair.
No.
Oh. My bad, EJ. My bad.
Two minor rules. So personally,
Now you gotta look up. I gotta go look it up now.
And then today, during spring training, you can actually challenge balls and strikes.
You can what?
Yeah, you can challenge. I saw that watching the baseball game today. You can challenge. So the catcher and the umpire, and the catcher, pitcher, and who else? Because it can't come from the dugout.
First base, right? They have the line of sight. It depends. If it's third base, the hitter of the batter,
Is it
right?
the hitter as well? Can the hitter challenge? I think
no, they can't see it. Can they?
Oh yeah, they can see if
if they don't move. Yeah, if they don't move.
At it.
Okay.
Oh,
I do not know. Okay, what's the new base running rule?
Yeah, I don't know about no base running rule.
Okay, now make me do some
base.
And I was watching baseball all day until I had to go to work. Before I had to go to work. Well, most of the day before I had to go to work.
Base running rule.
Yeah, I ain't hear nothing about that.
What, we can tag up now? What? Can you slide into first base now? What?
Tagging.
Base running rule. Hold up. I got this. Man, I got this. Y'all ain't know what's up.
That's not what I was looking for. Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
What was the base
I got it.
rule?
Ready?
You found it?
All right. Says here, Major MLB has introduced 2 rule changes for 2025. The first one is enhanced penalty for shift violations. And the other one's clarification of base runner abandonment. Oh, addressing specific scenarios where base runners overrun second or third base to dispute defensive plays. The updated rule empowers umpires to call a runner out for abandonment if they overrun the base without attempting to hold or advance. For instance, the runners on the first and third and 2 outs. With runners on first and third and 2 outs, if the runner from first overruns second base to avoid a force play, umpires can now rule this as abandonment. Replay officials are also authorized to review such plays to determine the precise timing of the abandonment relative to any runs scored. There you go.
Okay, so
The glove can't be in the way of the slider. That's ridiculous.
No, that one's already been done. They just didn't call it this year. They just messed up on that one completely. It happened plenty of times and they just didn't really fucking call it.
I'm sorry, that's baseball.
Yeah, this is base runner abandonment. Now you get the base.
How many times I got slapped in the face with a glove?
The what?
How many times I got slapped in the face with a glove playing baseball?
Well,
so another change is
is it a lot?
for a fielder who violates the infield shift rule.
Yep.
And is also the first to touch the ball. Should this happen, the batter will be awarded first base, and
wow.
on base would advance 1 base.
Yeah, here I have it right here too. It says it's building upon that 2023 regulation that required 2 infielders on each side of second base. The new rule intensifies penalties for infractions if a defensive player violates this positioning and is first to field the ball. The batter is automatically awarded first base, and any existing base runners advance 1 base. Duh, no shit, but wow.
They're trying to add more runs to baseball.
I mean,
okay. If you want to add more runs to baseball, learn how to have good hand-to-eye coordination and learn how to barrel a baseball. Don't swing about launch angle and exit velocity and all this other crap.
Yeah, F those analytics. Actually, no, MLB's analytics, are pretty interesting to actually watch on the MLB app. It's pretty cool.
I don't care. Analytics
cannot tell me what my eyes are seeing.
Well, of course. I'm just saying, guys.
My picture out there, Dylan, and they can't see his stuff right now. Pitch until they hit it.
Teams are taking the option to decline the penalty. Okay. On that rule, by the way.
So you gonna go out there and tell Greg Maddux that analytics say go sit down?
I might if I'm mad enough at him or happy enough with. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a coach. I'm not a GM. I'm a fan.
Here's one, Dub.
So, you know.
Think they're gonna go up to the mound and tell Madison Bumgarner to sit down because analytics say he didn't pitch too much?
First off, Madison Bumgarner would just stare at you.
Yep.
Okay. Bob Gibson would have told you get your ass back in the dugout.
Oh my God.
Leroy Satchel Paige probably would have thrown a fastball at your head.
Oh, EJ, that's an older rule. That rule is last year. It's still new. They just don't get it right at all.
Like holding?
No.
Cheating. Yeah, the glove can't be in the pathway of the base runner. E-I-E-I-O. It's the same thing at home plate. You have to give him you have to give him a lane to slide in.
Yep.
So no more Pete Rose running into Ray Foster.
You also isn't it? I think it actually built on top of you still can't block the base, like the front of the base, so the slide's coming in this way. Your foot can't be there either because I remember freaking Pena.
How do you expect the runner to get in there then? I mean, we just handing him to the base now?
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. The rule of you not having a glove in front of there is a good thing because isn't there cleats? Aren't those like cleats? Like if he's sliding with his foot and you put your hand there, like that's kind of stupid.
They're metal spikes, yes, but at the same time,
You can't block the slide you can't just before the ball gets into your glove, you cannot block the base.
Don't you
It's
know
a-
half these players can't even make a tag on the body? They put the glove out there, the player just slides right under their glove.
Well, I know Altuve because he too damn short. I know damn right. And I wish we kept Bregman because now his new team, the Red Sox, that fucking third baseman guy is like, oh, I'm not giving up my third base. And I said, well, what the hell you brought him over there for? I'll take him back and I'll use him as shortstop. Because you already have a shortstop too. Like dumbass Astros. Freaking Altuve, you gonna play outfield my ass. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Jose Altuve is going to the outfield?
Yeah, he said he will play. He will take snaps, reps, whatever you call it. He said he is willing to do that
Reps?
out there.
Who
Yeah.
Then who the hell's playing second for Houston?
Well, we picked up a third baseman guy. I think freaking probably Dubon.
Oh, Mauricio. Well, I mean, he has gotten
Former
better
Giants.
up the Giants.
We picked up a first baseman and a third baseman.
Well, I
and
know
I think
I know Christian Walker, former Diamondbacks, signed with the Astros. That I do know.
What he play?
He plays first. And he's a very
Oh
good
yeah, that's our first. Yeah, and we only got that.
He's a very good first baseman. Has been for a long time.
I'll put Jordan at second base because Jordan can't move anymore with his knees out there. I'll put Jordan at second base.
Jordan's strictly a DH. That man can mash.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, he's done games where he hasn't been a DH and he's still smashed. It's all about where you put him in rotation. I'm telling you right now, he can't run out there. I can't have him out there, but I need someone at second right now. I'm not putting Pinche Pina, freaking Pinche Pina. That's what I call him. He's not going to second base. The freaking goofball.
Jeremy Pena is staying at second.
No, he was my shortstop.
Yeah, he's staying there.
And he was not even short. Okay, and he would miss shit.
So more than likely, Isaac Paredes is going to be your starting third baseman.
Yeah.
Walker's.
So I don't have a shortstop or a second baseman or a freaking outfielder, other than my Myers, and I think we kept Gamble. Ben Gamble.
Gamble is still on the team. Yes, you still have Cooper Hummel.
I wanted to keep his name? What's his name from the Dodgers that we got?
Oh goodness gracious, the Dodgers.
What's his name? The tall as fuck black dude that plays, I think, right?
Oh, you're talking about Jason Hayward. He's signed with the Padres.
I love Hayward.
Yeah,
look. Let me tell you something
he's in
right
San Diego now.
Let me tell you something. When Hayward's out there, those people they don't run bases when they know the ball's going his way because they know the arm that guy has. It's just unfortunate that he's not consistently a good hitter. But that's a lot of players. But I'd rather have Hayward, Myers, and Gamble, whatever.
Nah, Jason Hayward's always been a very good defender, even since he's been an Atlanta Brave.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of Hayward's.
It's just his effort is so. It's like hats off, man. The dives, if Tucker, because we don't know if Tucker was gonna run again very fast, but I still would have taken a chance. Like, get rid of Bregman, sure, fine, whatever. But Tucker is a slugger, okay. But if you have Tucker, Hayward, and Myers, and then you can switch Myers out, rotate with Gamble, and then you can still have Jordan as a DH. I mean, that was perfect. Like, fuck, what the Astros are doing? God damn you, Altuve.
What?
Damn contract. You stupid mother. You short hobbit
ass. Why does Altuve have to be blamed for everything?
It's his contract and his height. I said it. I said it. I'm sorry. You was not second base, and you got my catchers who are both equally at times very, very good, throwing you a good ball, and you too short, your arm span is not 72 inches in width, and you can't get down low to get the ball to get the slider. You little hobbit. I just can't do it. I'm sorry, and I used to love him, but I can't do it anymore, y'all. And he swings on the first pitch of everything. It's like his calling card.
But the man has been hitting 300 for his career.
Put him in ninth in batting. Put him at the end.
Oh, wow.
Put him at the end if he's going to just do that. And then it's one out. And then I have two sluggers back to back after and give our fasters at the cleanup spot. You know what? All I have to say is this. Jordan deserves better than this. And Altuve got to go. He's got to go, y'all.
Wow.
He just does. He just does, bro. You gonna sit here and tell me that you're gonna? Oh, I'll take the sacrifice and play in the outfield. How about you take a sacrifice in your contract, you stupid motherfucker?
Yes, living room. This is yes, living room. Yes.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry.
Ah.
I can't stop laughing. It's a heartstring. It hurts.
So she is putting blame on the 5'6" Jose Altuve.
I'm taller. I am 5'6.5", but my arm span is way longer than his.
Altuve had batted .295 this past year. He's a .306 lifetime hitter.
I'm not talking about his whole resume. Don't do the whole resume, dude. No. Wait a minute.
More on his height.
No, last season alone.
He batted .295.
It's not good enough. Do you know the reason why he only got better because Tucker went out?
She says the ball be selling over his head. He too short.
I'd rather have Mac McCollum, the NBA player, the G leaguer, who can jump 72 fucking inches in the air from straight up to catch a ball at second base.
At this rate, you probably would. At this rate, you probably would take old ass Craig Allen Biggio to come back and play second base. I'm sure. Nope.
I said the G leaguer from the NBA. I want him. You heard me. I don't want the old guy. I want the 72 vertical inch jumping motherfucker.
She's trying to get these double plays, man. The double plays need to be more on point. That's what's.
Oh my gosh! And I know, as tiny as he is, he can run faster than that to first base when he does hit. I'm sick of it. Same argument I had with Segun, but opposite. Tall ass motherfucker can't rebound, and then he want to act like Shaq running back down the field. Oh, I can't get there in time. I'll stay back here, play defense. No. Sorry, it's a height thing. I think it's just a height thing, y'all. In all honesty. I'm sorry.
This is great.
Oh, my bad, yo. I'm good. I took a sip. We're fine. We're good.
This is great.
Man is a .306 lifetime hitter.
You're not gonna let that down, aren't you?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not talking about his whole resume. I'm talking about what have you done for me lately, sir? With a bow on one knee and then a backflip and then a double yeet.
Yeet.
Yeah.
But the man got y'all to the World Series. He won y'all the pennant.
He's also the reason why apparently we're cheaters. And I wasn't even watching baseball back then like that. I didn't even care. I picked the Astros because they're the only winning fucking team right now in Houston. But the Rockets are very promising. We just need us a tall, Yugoslavian or something kind of player on our team. Because I believe that's the formula at this point.
She says, go to Serbia and find another Jokic.
Or Wembley. I'll take Wembley. By the way, yes, that's medical malpractice. How they find those blood clots again? When did they find them? They found them today.
It was all of a sudden
we see how he does a windmill for his blocks and his shots. Like, we obviously know it's in his shoulder, correct?
His right shoulder, yes.
Yeah, we obviously know those so I went to school for bachelor's in kinesiology and sports science. Those limbs and that length and the ligaments and tendons, it's not as, how do I say it? The longevity is not as good. And you see how he windmills some things, right? And he goes hard. Like, I mean, where this guy is doing everything on top of that garden. I've never seen him play defense like that. I was like, that's insane. But it's hard to just, you get blood work and then you get results back. That shit sometimes doesn't happen in just one day. So did they allow him to play in this all-star bullshit? And is that maybe one of the reasons why they did the cheating thing? Maybe just to play around. Why not? Because why should I even be there? And they were trying to keep it under wraps. Like, what are we doing?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because according to Sam Amick from The Athletic,
here we go.
He said the condition was discovered when Wemby arrived back in San Antonio after All-Star Weekend in San Francisco.
No. That's why Wembley didn't play very well in that one round. He didn't play at all. Like, he was playing very lazily. And I don't watch NBA like that. I don't have the time to catch every kind of game. You just see highlights. I know this guy's a tall motherfucker. I know his limbs are very, very, it's impossible to guard against this guy. And if you do make him look stupid, he's just going to come from behind you like a rolling bear and just block the shit out of you. I don't need to watch him to see that. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard that, when you guys said that, I said, huh, I wonder if that is a reason why he looked as bad as he did when he did do 5-on-5, and then he picked it up because he got crossed, and he was starting to get booed after he already took the blame for saying it's my idea to do that freaking to do the the skills with his gosh, what is his name?
Chris Paul.
Yes. Oh my God, you would have killed me if I said the other name.
Cliff Paul. Cliff Paul or Rich Paul?
No, so I tell you a funny story. Growing up, you remember when Chris Paul had a commercial where it was him and his twin going
Cliff,
down the
yes.
elevator?
Chris and Cliff, yes.
I used to think he actually had a twin. So I was gonna say it's Rich Paul.
Stranger things have happened.
I'm just saying. So that's why I think it's medical malpractice. I think they knew damn well, and he pushed it, and he probably shouldn't have done it. That's a little scary.
Well, I mean, it sucks because, again, like I said, he was playing in the Rising Stars game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was playing very effectively, and it looked like he was just playing like himself. And then all of a sudden, this just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And that's the one I'm telling you. The first, maybe up to about when the points got to like 17 or 20, he like woke the hell up. And I just was like, that doesn't look right. It didn't look right at all. I mean, he played just like how you expect him to play. But like you said, then out of nowhere, this pops up and it's that dire. I mean, this guy could have died.
Yeah.
So,
it is an unfortunate situation, but like I said, all we can do is just hope that his recovery goes well, and
yeah,
we see him back on the court soon, because that would not be that would suck if he was forced to go into retirement because of this. That would suck because
and that's why I said the whole thing with Adam Silver. That makes a little bit more suspicion of me and how I'm gonna find the clip right now and send it to you, because he specifically really does go into detail about how they're gonna look a little harder into the like the process, and more important focus on the more importance of sports health, you know and I just thought that was weird. Thought that was very weird, because this is a business, right? And Wembley's one of your faces of the league, and if it's something that serious can get past doctors of these teams, this is a big issue.
You're correct on that.
Yeah.
This is very, very true.
It just sucks, man. Like, come on. So, like, I don't want to look at all athletes as, guys who get like big headed and they have all this money and stuff. No, these are people who started out, even some of them as kids, like dream to get to this position, and you leave it up to your training staff and doctors to look after you. And when they don't, this is not cool. They did the same shit to Andrew Luck. They messed it. They fucked him up.
Oh man, don't. Ugh.
I'm sorry. I sorry, but if Wembley goes out like Andrew Luck, I'm gonna be very, very pissed.
Touches the soul a little bit, because Andrew Luck is a damn good quarterback.
Yeah,
and the Colts didn't do nothing for him.
Well, and he got his misdirection by his agents too, and then it's just like, how do you think what's going on with Christian McCaffrey? What are you telling me? He's going all the way to what, England for freaking his calves? No other quarterback did that.
Bryant.
Yes, like y'all. No, this is malpractice. These people, they're athletes. Their bodies are different. We don't, heal like normal people. But the least that you can do, as much as you're getting paid, is the freaking, do your job. Bill Belichick, do your job. Sorry, got all mad there.
No. This is your segment.
No, it's not. It's y'all segment. Okay, I learned about Wimby from you, so thank you. I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that.
Well, I mean,
By the way, I'll let you have that one. I could have sent that a long time ago. But I was like, I'm gonna let somebody else figure that one out and send it.
well, I just came across it, but I mainly said that to put EJ in his feelings, because we know how much he loves him.
Don't get me don't get him started.
Why I don't know.
What EJ? Why can't I see EJ's comments? Where is he at?
Oh
He
no.
hasn't commented
This
in a
is
while.
Oh,
But
man.
we was making a WWF reference.
Oh, okay.
He is in love with a certain superstar. Why I don't know, and Mizzle likes to give him crap every time he talks about it.
man, fuck John Cena, man.
Like that.
You can't say that today. That is rude.
If you ever been to any kind of event with John Cena, the chant will go. Just
Look, you're talking to a girl who wish she had freaking Lita's hair. Okay, freaking
Lita, right?
Trish Stratus's boobs, Stacy
So
Keebler's
you were on
legs.
never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
No, I wanted Lita's freaking personality, like her rack ass, but I wanted Stacy Keebler's legs, Trish Stratus's boobs, and I want AJ's cuteness.
Oh God, don't.
I love me AJ.
It's a few of those you threw in there. That's pretty nice. Stacy Keebler.
But you said the magic words. You
Yeah,
said
AJ?
You said AJ Lee.
AJ and CM Punk are
between AJ Lee and Alexa Bliss.
AJ. Are you crazy? How adorable is she skipping around the thing? Just add an axe to her hand and she's the most terrifying thing.
You're damn right she is.
So AJ is, look, I'd rather have AJ at second base than Altuve. I bet she could swing the bat even better. I can't. That was so wrong. But I love it. I'm sorry, Altuve. All right, my God. Look, Tucker was my guy. That was my white boy on the team, okay? I have a black dude, I got a Hispanic dude, and I got a white boy on every sport team.
So who's the black guy?
Well, so funny story. I hope in chat, please don't kill me. I did used to think Jordan was black. He looked black, bro. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay, you really gonna do that to me, guys?
No.
I was actually they were talking about Justin Tucker. My bad. So my
No, I was waiting on you to say what you were going to say.
Oh, wait, did you hear me?
I didn't know. So repeat that again.
Okay, so I don't want to get roasted, but when I started watching MLB, I thought Jordan was black.
Well, I mean, black Cubans and black Dominicans and black Puerto Ricans do exist.
I'm not melatonin. I'm not gonna lie. So, with that being said, I believe his name is Crawford. Is my black guy in baseball? He looks like Aaron Jones. He's on the. He's the second baseman. He's our shortstop / second baseman for Oh my gosh, is it Seattle?
Talking about J.P. Crawford for the Mariners?
Yes. Yes, and then Jordan is my Hispanic, and my white boy is friggin' Tucker. Oh well, no, that's a lie. It's Harper. I'm not gonna lie. That was stupid. And then it's Tucker. So there you go. Harper. Oh, and then my Asian is obviously Otani. Come on, that was easy. There you go.
Well,
that was a fun fact. I'm just throwing.
Well, Shohei's a talent, but screw the team that he plays for.
Well, you can't hate the teams right now that with no salary cap and they can basically just dominate baseball.
I can dislike the Dodgers all I want to. And every other sports team that plays in Los Angeles, California.
Hey, I beat the Dodgers. I actually went to that game.
Which one?
The Dodgers came to Houston and played us.
2017?
Yeah. No. This past season.
Oh,
this is my first baseball game ever.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And actually, I met a couple of Dodger fans. They were really cool. They were really cool. But Otani. Oh, who's the other? Is it Yamamoto? Yamamoto was injured, and then the first baseman Freeman was out because of his kid.
Yes.
And so we didn't really get the full strength. And I believe the pitcher, there's another pitcher, white guy, older.
Clayton Kershaw.
Yes, he didn't play either because they were waiting for like the next series. So we didn't really get the full one. But Otani hit a bomb right over my freaking section, and I believe I was in like the third tier. And then there's like 2 more tiers ahead on top of me, but it went right over my head. It was like the coolest thing ever. And then I was close to McCormick. Fucking McCormick.
So
And I was close to Hayward. That's how I first knew about Hayward. Is not I mean, I knew about him when I saw him in a game like 2 years ago on TV, but when I was there he was in the outfield and I was like, "Damn, this dude is tall as fuck."
Yeah, he's a tall boy. No, he was originally
like holy shit.
He was a Dodger for most of the year and then was released, and then the Astros picked him up, and he obviously was on the Astros roster for the postseason. But, ladies and gentlemen, coming to give his grievance about the Four Nations, even though his country won.
Those are drums. What?
Well, he's from
Canada.
He's from Canada. Our resident Canadian.
I respect it for now.
Who looks very lit. Mr. Living Room, welcome back, sir. So
Hi.
what is your grievance on this Four Nations that you do not like, sir?
And hello, Mr. Living Room.
Okay, let's get it out of the way. Jody, you were awesome. You and I came around at the same time, absolutely lit up the faces of both Mizzle and Dub. And so we really have to show up here.
Well, you guys have definitely become our night owls in the night owl hour.
Yes, this is the best hour.
You're really good, Jody. Keep it up. Keep it up. So, guys, hello, howdy, hello from Canada. I want to talk about the Four Nations. I've heard nothing from you guys about the Four Nations. I want to hear your takes. Oh. If I can get you guys started a little bit, is Canada gains nothing by winning this game.
Oh, really?
What? I'm new to hockey, so I'm just gonna listen and I gotta learn.
Well, we didn't talk about it verbatim on this show, but me and Mizzle were on the All Pro Javos, to which, by the way, congratulations again to the Javos for celebrating their 5-year anniversary. But we had talked about this being the format for their All-Star game, which was pretty good. But why do you say the Maple Leaf gets nothing out of
no benefit? No benefit. Dub, is what I'm saying is that I was rooting for USA all the way. You know me, I live 15 minutes away from the United States. Sure. I'm closer to Detroit than I am Toronto. There's so many political things you could bring up, and they're booing the anthem and boo, boo, boo. Just really small brains doing small brain things. When it comes down to it, I was really rooting for USA because that's where the growth in the game could possibly take place.
Good point.
And okay, thank you. I appreciate it. So, what does Canada have to gain? Like, I'm walking down the street, everybody's fist pumping, they're doing big high fives, hugging each other. I'm like, what did you do? What did you do? You won a narrow game. You narrowly won this game, and for what? Like, why are we celebrating? What did we gain for this? And I would rather see the United States win, be happy, grow, and then in a year we can have the Olympics and really have a rivalry. If Canada wins every time, it's not so much of a rivalry. So
Mhm.
I wanted
Actual statement.
I put a big bet on Dylan Larkin to be the MVP,
Oh,
and that guy had 4 shots in the championship game, and he had won the game winning goal in the game prior with the 3 fights in the first 9 seconds. So I wanted to see United States really shake us up a little bit, but when I see all my friends backslapping each other over a big win against the United States, like, wouldn't you rather have somebody to be angry about for the next year until the Olympics?
A boot.
Mm. Yeah. I mean,
Well, considering that on the West Coast, and we are 7 minutes away from a very historic day in this day in sports. Of course, talking about February the 22nd, 1980, where, still in my opinion, it's the greatest upset in sports ever in history. Um,
Woo!
with the Miracle on Ice, the
Mike
game
is
that
on.
the game
Mhm.
that made Al Michaels a household name in TV living rooms with his call of
This
"Do
is
you believe
true.
in miracles?" Yes.
Yes.
It it definitely would have not had the same sentiment if it was Howard Cosell saying it if he was doing the game for ABC
I
on
mean,
Muhammad
it's.
Ali versus Superman.
I mean, it is Howard Cosell though, man.
it
You can't
is,
you
and
can't go
quite
wrong with
frankly,
that.
I don't know how it would sound of him saying, "Do you believe in miracles?" Wearing
It sounded
oh my
like just like him calling Monday Night
We're
Football.
not doing
wearing
impressions. We're
wearing
not doing impressions on the show anymore, Dub.
what's that?
The impressions. We're trying to get rid of
God.
them.
Well,
Well, we
well,
can't do that. Now, how am I going
This
to
is
learn how to
inside
do it
baseball.
myself?
Gentlemen, I really wish, like, last 2 times I was trying to dive in. You guys were I guess just wrapping up, and I just missed you guys. Glad you let me in this time, but
Story of our
God,
life.
I'm like 3 beers minus brain cells.
now let me ask you this, living room. Did you happen to cash in on betting for Super Bowl 59? And if you did, how much did you cash out?
Well, you guys know that in the Saturday and the Sunday beforehand, that was the championship matches for the conferences. I was up 100, down 150 in the Super Bowl. So
Whoa.
down
Ouch.
$50.
Whoa.
And
Ouch.
investing, like, I probably invested like $1,000, and to have a $50 swing, eh, I had fun.
Fair enough.
In the championship games. I listened to you guys for, I think, 10 hours straight, and you had
Oh
you
wow.
guys,
Appreciate it.
JP, and everybody. You guys did play by play, and we just had you guys on in the background. We had a
Well,
you know
except for my dear Lions friend, right? We don't mention his name. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear this.
Oh,
I'm just
Zelly.
playing. I'm just playing.
Oh, you
I,
gotta love
I
it.
live
You gotta
15
love
minutes
it.
from Detroit.
I'm just playing. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Look at my face. Look at my face right now. Am I impressed?
You'll be fine.
I don't want to start fights. You guys have your chat fights.
Well,
That's
I did
not me.
have a thought on the hockey because this would be
Oh,
something cool. I have questions. If
go,
that's
go.
okay, Mr. Dub and Mizzle.
Sure.
I'm sure you guys are shy to ask some of these questions. I can do it. I got you.
Me ask questions? Oh, I can ask
No,
questions,
I'm
but if you
just
ask questions, I know
so
about hockey, so there's
I
nothing for me to ask.
so you can follow my lead, and when I mess up, don't do what I do, okay? So, Mr. Living Room, I am new to hockey. I know it's a kind of a big kind of like matchup. You know, you just hear Canada and USA, and like you don't need to know, you just know, right? That's kind of how I came into it, and I understood like the first meeting was it 2 weeks ago? It was like 10 million views, right? I believe.
Mhm.
And the numbers aren't even out for this game. And you guys said this was a new four nation format. Is this something actually new? Am I misunderstanding? Because
Brand new.
well, so apparently the NBA modeled this All Star tournament off of kind of y'all's format, and how do you think that went? And also, like in all seriousness, like how underwhelming was this game to like in general for
The hockey
hockey?
get the
Yeah,
hockey. No, it was
I felt like
overachieving.
the fights weren't even in this last one was not even as good as the first matchup though. Before the Sweden and was it Sweden
Well,
and Finland?
you wasn't going to get that. That's what everybody anticipated. But this one, they were going to give you straight hockey. They were going to show you how the game to be played more than it's not all about the fighting per se
Yeah,
of it. Of
of
course,
course.
you're going to have your fights in hockey, but that was because they booed the national anthem. Let's just be real.
Really? But that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. Is that like
That's the reason
that's
why
a
that fight
thing?
started off, because you got to think about it. They booed the national anthem. As soon as they dropped the puck, they started fighting. USA felt disrespected.
But wait. So real quick. So let me ask it in that term though. If that's the case, like if say what's Mr. Living Room, like what's an individual hockey team up there? Like a city.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Like yeah, just name one. I don't know any. So
The Maple
Okay.
Leafs.
Okay. Can I? May I have the floor?
Sure.
I'll tell you. Like, just as you would see football teams in America, basketball teams in America, we have feeder systems. We have minors. We have old guys who haven't given it up yet, and still trying to make a living out of the sport. It's not perfect. Nothing is.
I
But
don't think that's
when
why they fought though.
but yeah, you got the if I could explain it to you over here, we look at sports as commerce.
Oh.
Sometimes people in cities have sports as a luxury, and they lose money on it.
Mm.
Uh, we can't lose money on our sports, or they go away.
Yeah, or they
Uh,
get trained by him.
if you remember the Montreal Expos, they are now,
Oh, Pedro Martinez.
yeah, and Gary Carter, and
Yes.
yeah, and they play baseball in Washington D.C. now,
Hmm.
uh, because we don't, our dollar sucks, and if we don't get respected, then we get buried, and the Expos. I mean, here we are now. We were supposed to be talking about hockey, and now I'm talking about the Expos. But the Expos really got taken to the cleaners over
They sure did.
um, a strike. Yeah, a big strike that they had in the, I want to say 95, 96 year, 94 perhaps. Uh,
Wow.
and
I was only 2 years old in '94, so
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, that's why I was
Jody,
like, can you? Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
Jody, I want to blow some more smoke up your ass. If
no.
you're that young and you're that intelligent with what you're dropping down, then you beat me. Like we're supposed to be, if we were competing against each other, because we both showed up at the same time in this channel, you beat me hands down. But I have to say that we both have some other things. So my four nation gripes. 10 minutes into this interview, I was asked about it, and I wanted to satisfy Dub and to say that
Ha, Dub ain't even here. Look, he's running. Wait, you can't answer yet. Dub's got to come back.
well,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure he can hear.
Okay, no, I was just playing.
he's around. He's got computer problems mostly, but yeah, the uh, the idea with this tournament is quite interesting in that it absolutely blew the NBA tournament out of the water.
Out of the water.
Sure
And
did.
Out of the water.
except for the upstart team, the all rising team players, I thought they really wanted to show something. But absolutely, in numbers and money making, like this new system hockey came out with, I just didn't even think it was possible because of the season.
And I had so much fun watching both, but to be right honest with you, I mean, PK Subban, if you watched any of the things that he came out and said, he called out
Tremendous things.
he called out the NBA hardcore,
Sure
and
did.
and he said, you don't have any heart, you don't have
Yep.
the heart in this, you're not. And you know what, it's kind of true. Like, what would it take? One more day, one more practice, one more showing up to really showcase your sport. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a bit of entitlement, and hockey never really had that entitlement because you're never really
Guaranteed.
yeah, I mean, look at the salaries, and people are saying that the hockey salaries are going to go up, and the basketball salaries will come back down to a medium or
Well,
Doubt it.
medium, and in that, I mean, sure, but when I wished USA would have won, and then we would have had a year to talk about how Canada can get back at them, and Canada can strategize, and Canada can work at this, and then you'd see somebody fantastic like Larkin or Werenski or somebody just blast through and show everybody that. Hockey is really alive in the United States beyond, Minnesota and the Midwest.
Well,
y'all
they
heard
won
he said the
Channel
Oda.
6.
He said the Oda in Minnesota, and then you got Wisconsin, you got Minnesota.
And Lake
My family's
Minnetonka.
from Minnesota, so
Okay.
Land of Prince.
but
Well,
Lake
so
Minnetonka.
you know what it sounds like, y'all? What it sounds like, gentlemen? It sounds like the Canada versus U.S. hockey rivalry has become Alabama LSU stale. It is what it is. Like, what's the point,
well,
Unless,
Uh,
because right, if LSU beats them in the playoffs, that's one thing, right? But Alabama's beat them so many times and whatnot. Like, it's just not a big deal if Alabama wins. It's the same thing with Canada right now. Like, so now
but
what do we do?
there's no satisfaction in this win.
Yeah.
So you said it.
And you said it's the All Star. It was a compilation of a lot of different players from different squads, right? For
Yeah,
US.
you know what I really want. If you were to ask me, what does living room really want? I want a franchise in Canada to win the Stanley Cup,
which
and
has not
that's
happened. Which has not
40
happened since the
years
Canadians in
removed, and it's not.
1990.
Wow.
Listen to Dubs.
Mhm.
He speaks the truth.
Yep.
It's not happening. It's
Wow.
not happening. It's commerce. It's more than just talent.
Yeah.
It's really about how you can draw things. That's why, when I was living 15 minutes from Detroit, but also being in Canada, that
Insane.
that the NFL dropped a bunch of money in our city, and I was just flabbergasted by it. I was like, why would you drop money in our city unless you really thought that the Lions would win? And it didn't go, and they got beat up by the Washington Redskins. Unbelievable.
He said it.
But
He said it. We're good.
Well, some people still want the name to
We're
come
good.
back.
Don't worry. I
Yeah,
call.
they- some-
We're good. I got my lawyer on it.
no, I said
Just playing.
Radskins.
I'm just.
Radskins.
Oh no, that's even better. We're perfect.
I'm Canadian. I
It's
know
a
a lot of
lighthearted
Native
joke,
people.
y'all. It's a
I,
lighthearted joke.
I grew up alongside Native people. They are not offended by the Washington Redskins, and they are not offended by the Edmonton Eskimos.
Well, there you go.
There you have it.
There you go.
Mhm.
I actually enjoy that. I wish they would actually make the team the Redskins again. Honestly, I don't know why they're not going to do it, but it is what it is.
Well, if they do
Chief
it, well, I
Wahoo
mean,
was just a step, just a little bit too far, but otherwise, I'm okay with it.
well, the
Chief
name might come.
Wahoo,
The name might come back once they move back into the RFK
RFK.
stadium site, which
You can't take the Commanders into that stadium. You can't.
I mean,
No.
I would wear that Chief Wahoo jersey with pride and defend
oh,
against
Chief
it.
Wahoo.
Not
Yes.
the Chief Wahoo.
That
Yes.
is the
That's the
mascot of the
staple
former
symbol.
Cleveland Indians, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That is, of course, the staple of the great tradition of all time that me and Mizzle share, which is the great movie called
Major
But I
League.
understand why it's a caricature, and people could get upset about that. But that's it. That's the only one of the entire sports nation. Chief Wahoo. Okay, we can change that. We can alter it. Now they just made it the Guardians, and it's just it has no
Horrible.
meaning.
Yeah.
Horrible. Horrible.
Well, it could have been worse. It could have been Chief Wiggum.
Well, you know what?
Oh, nothing gets chocolate out.
Really?
Oh, that's great.
But to the four that are still hanging up with us here, as we've gone 2 hours in, thank y'all for
That's
hanging out
nothing
with
to
us.
us.
Yes.
And also appreciation to Living Room and Miss Jody for hanging out with us as it is
Always.
as
I'm
it is
glad I got to
officially-
catch you guys finally again.
Well, you have kept asking, so you know.
Well, you know what? Now, if you say it like that,
no, we're
I'm
saying
just
it. No, what we're saying it as, we appreciate you guys thinking enough of us to wanting to have that anticipation of wanting for us to come back on the air. Like I said, you guys are the reason why Mizzle and I have done this show, as we will be approaching our 5th year anniversary in the month of June.
really.
Yes.
Yes.
So, are we going to Vegas or what?
Well, I'm already
Living room,
here.
you can come too. I mean,
I'm already
you're
here in
allowed
Vegas,
to come
so,
too.
if you guys get to Harry Reid, well, if you guys get to Harry Reid Airport, I'm just saying.
No,
Well, I mean,
All right, so are we wrapping up here, Deb? It sounds like you're wrapping up.
no way.
Well,
No way. I agree.
I do have to take a nap because today is my Friday, so I do have to go to work.
Dang.
But
Dub, I wanted to ask you a question. You asked me
Mizzle didn't
before
say
about.
anything. Mizzle sounds like he's still, awake.
Mizzle's off this weekend. This is his weekend off, but he's
Did
got a lot
you
of
see this
Mizzle.
I
hair?
noticed.
Do you see this hair?
Is your appointment at 5 a.m.?
It
I
should
noticed
be,
my
but
hair.
no, but I do.
I'm just.
No, what's your question, Living Room? Go ahead.
Dub, you asked me before about Michael Landsberg. How do you know about Michael Landsberg?
What? Look! He's frozen. Mannequin challenge. Look.
No, I'm not frozen.
Hey.
There, never mind.
No, my damn computer got fixed. Okay.
Okay.
Am I back? What's going on here?
No, for the longest time, I needed a new hard drive put in my MacBook. I just didn't have the time, adulting gets in the way. But I was finally able to get the new hard drive, which is why I'm streaming on the MacBook, because Dells are not meant for streaming.
No, they're not.
Let me just tell y'all that right now.
No, they're not.
Data entry, doing reports, Dells are great. But trying to stream, Dell is not for streaming. So
Mizzle, how do I get my hair like that?
Well,
Just let it grow.
yeah, pretty much.
Just let it go.
Pretty much.
Just let it go. Don't cut it. Just let it grow.
Dub, you asked me before about Michael Landsberg. How do you know about Michael Landsberg down in California?
Michael Landsberg?
Mizzle, what shirt are you wearing? Bro?
Off the record?
It's It's our merch.
We have our
It's
merchandise.
the Mizzle and Dub Show.
We have Mizzle
That
and Dub
okay?
t-shirts.
Now I gotta get it. Why
Oh.
didn't you say that?
What is this?
Well, if you've been watching the show from the beginning,
Hey,
No, I wasn't.
Hey,
we already have talked about the shirts when we opened up, and we were going to close with it. But since you wanted to speed ahead, here it is.
You son of a gun.
Jeez, you miss a minute, you miss a mile.
I
Jeez.
missed 22
Exactly.
I missed 22 minutes of it, so
And
I'm
within
so
those
sorry.
22 minutes, we have
I'm
mentioned the shirts like
sorry.
5 times.
Okay,
I'm
now let me
sorry.
to answer your question because it didn't come on much in the States, but when it did, I did used to watch Off the Record with him when he would interview, wrestlers from either WCW or the WWF. And of course, he was the one that asked Vince McMahon these questions about Ultimate Warrior and Hogan and Nash and EIO.
Oh, yes,
Vince,
Ultimate Warrior.
and Vince would give us longer answers. So that's how I knew about Michael Landsberg, from the Off the Record show that used to air on TSN.
Yeah, how did you catch that at all, or is it just like you doing it after the fact?
Well, no,
Well, we also get TSN out here.
No kidding.
Well,
Yep.
Mizzle can get
So-
TSN, but like for me back in the day,
My mind's blown.
when I couldn't get okay, for example,
Like you said, he couldn't get it. Not everybody had TSN in the
During-
room, so your mind can't be that blown.
during that era, like certain wrestling shows would play clips of Off the Record, like when Bret Hart talked about how he was not used properly at all when he was in WCW.
He
I
was
watched
not.
a clip from Off the Record talking about that.
I love the interview format that has just been lost now. That everybody just has like Twitter.
Oh, God. Sorry, guys. I had you in the background. Come over.
Well, I mean, like Ted Koppel has said, journalistic integrity has taken a backseat. It's become a lost art.
Right now, you get to see every celebrity that's done it. I went to the store. I went here. I took a crap. Like, you see every single aspect of their life, whereas before you were like, I just want a peek into somebody's life, and it's not. It just didn't happen on TSN. Just didn't happen in Canada. It happened in the States. You had interview shows. The famous if you call me Chris Everett, one more time.
Jim Rome, yes, on the Deuce, yes,
Jim Rome
and Jim
yeah,
Everett went
that
ham,
guy.
yes.
So I miss that type of stuff, and I kind of like that we can't let that go, and that's at least something that we can hold together, is that you can kind of have that moment and say, well, we're not going to do that again, but do that again.
Well, I mean, I was a huge fan of watching Up Close with Roy Firestone on ESPN back when ESPN was
Oh
ESPN.
yes, you're not gonna give me a cry, Roy.
But,
You're not gonna give me the cry, Roy.
obviously, those shows are far in between now. But I mean, in this day and age, it's really not about proving. It's really not about getting it right, and it's really not about proving facts. It's just we want to be first, and sometimes that it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be in this field, and like I said, my aspirations are to be a play-by-play man. It's what I've wanted to do since I was 5 years old. It has not changed. But
Aw.
if I'm to get into this field, my job is I don't want to be the first, but I want it to be right because I like to give factual information. I don't like to mislead the viewer, mislead the fans, which is the one thing we always try to do on this show, which is, give factual information because, I can botch a name.
Goes a long way.
But our
I want to hear
journalists
hot takes. I want to hear the Dub hot takes. I want to hear the Mizzle hot takes.
Oh,
That's what I'm here.
You get a lot of passion out of us. I mean, earlier today we talked about how the
Passion?
Yankees.
Can I get a passion?
Hold on.
Well,
A passion?
Yes.
there it is.
Who?
Beautiful. Thank you,
There we
sirs.
go.
Which again,
There
credit
it
to
is.
JP for making that wonderful, beautiful
Yeah.
sign. That was
Credit to
JP's sign.
JP. Always, yes.
But earlier we had talked about the Yankees finally allowing facial hair after uh 51 years. Which
Well,
is which
I
is going to
think
be
it will
interesting to
look
see.
great on all of them because I wouldn't know, guys. See, I'm a little outnumbered. See, all three of you got the facial hair. I'm just saying. I wouldn't know. Maybe
Oh well, this is not going to be here very long. This
is
is
it
the
going to
longest
help
I've
them
ever.
bat better? Is it going to help them run?
Nope.
No.
Well,
But you have to take the attention away of how they lost the World Series last year. So,
because of facial hair?
well, because it's a staple of the organization that has not happened. So you bring something that's been not able to happen.
Bring something new.
It's like the government. It's like the government. The government try to take our minds off a lot of things. When shit ain't going right, they try to show us something else.
Yeah.
That's what the
They
Yankees
try
are
to
doing about the World
distract you.
Series.
That's why
it's a distraction.
the was so trash. Yeah, they've tried.
But
So that's all it is.
But at the same time, it's like all of a sudden, Gleyber Torres, you didn't think he could grow facial hair. The man's got a full-fledged beard in Detroit now. The newest addition to the Detroit Tigers. Like, oh, Gleyber's got some stuff on his face.
Interesting.
So you better respect Cole over here.
You know what? I have a question about MLB really quick.
Okay.
Do they do random like drug tests for them as well or no?
Yeah. They've been doing
So
random
I'm
drug.
curious if these.
All sports get hit with the random
but
drug test.
MLB
Even NBA players get hit with it.
Yeah, but NBA.
MLB directly has done no steroid testing since 2003.
Well, all I'm saying is if some of these Yankee boys start growing this facial hair and start playing a hell of a lot better, I want them drug tested. All I'm saying.
Some of them probably can't even be able to grow facial hair.
Exactly.
You think Judge can grow facial hair? He look maybe. It's his jawline. You can tell he has no production of testosterone, which usually means that you actually have less hair. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe he can't. Maybe, I don't know. Yankees don't seem to be that aggressive. Surely they got some testosterone in them.
Well, screw the Yankees anyway.
Look,
watching last year's World Series. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. He might need one of these. Hold on.
Mizzle, you can.
No, I was over here cracking up. I didn't fall
parents.
asleep. I was over here laughing.
Mizzle over there just trying to catch a quick breath. Like this girl here just said what I think she said. Sorry, guys.
All right, gentlemen and lady, appreciate it. Thank you so much for entertaining my ideas. I'm gonna bow out here and
Thank
leave
you
you
for telling me
to
about Canada, like the team and what it means. Hopefully, we get to actually see y'all again. I don't know how schedule works, but like I thought it was fun for someone who's new. But you're a vet in the game.
We do have the Winter Olympics coming in 2026.
Wait, is there not a regular season where we just play Canada in general?
No.
Nope. It's only like stuff like this in the Olympics.
And the Winter Olympics.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me put it to you this way, and if I can have a little bit of a hot take as I take my leave. Canada, 60% of the NHL. United States, 17% of the NHL. The other two in the four nations, we got Sweden and Finland. They're about 15%. We're missing another country, and that is Russia.
Yep.
Mother
Russia.
And if you want to make some money, start putting money on any Russian prop coming up in this weekend. And those guys are just sitting there chomping at the bit to get back to playing professional hockey, and those guys are going to perform on this weekend.
Not just in hockey, but in basketball too.
Alex Ovechkin, Evgeny Malkin, any pretty much any player that name ends in off, you can
Yep.
pretty much
Fedorov.
Count them in.
yeah, Fedorov,
Sergey
Konstantinov,
Fedorov.
whack 'em
Yep.
off, smack 'em off,
Yep.
whack 'em off, and jerk 'em off. All those guys are going to go over on this weekend, and you can slap that as a guarantee.
All right.
Can he say that? I was kidding.
Thank you, Jody. I love that. Yeah, can he say that on TV?
Can
Can you say it on TV?
Oh my gosh, there goes my dog. Okay, well, my bad.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
living room.
Cheers, brother.
Bye,
Cheers.
Jody. I love you.
Thank you, guys. Hell
So
yeah.
that was living room giving his take on why he is mad that his countrymen won the Four Nation face off.
I don't believe it still. I think it was a hoax.
No. What the hell? What-
Baby oil.
How does that even come to the equation of the conversation we're talking about here?
Yeah, EJ. Are we? Wait a minute. First of all,
Yep. Time to sign off.
What?
Yep. That's how. Now the party's been shut down.
you know what, EJ? You always got to come in and you
Shut
got
the party
be,
down.
You
Yep,
got to
yep,
be that
yep.
one person.
Okay, EJ, are you that mad that because Diddy's lawyer said that he can't do this no more?
Oh yeah, what happened? Yeah, what happened? I heard something. What happened?
Basically, his attorney said that I just can't do this no more. And
Oh,
he
the
wanted out.
attorney quit on Diddy?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
well, you know what? Sometimes it be like that. That's because there's another lawyer out there that's willing to fucking take it. Guess
Out
who?
of all the things you heard, you got animated on hearing that part, EJ. Really?
Baby oil?
No. When he went.
No. You know whose
Clearly,
lawyer
he
is
ain't
about to
seen
step
Black
in, right?
Sheep.
Say that again, Miss Jody.
You know whose attorney's company I heard is gonna step in for Diddy.
Not Johnny Cochran's.
No, Menendez brothers people.
Oh, the Menendez twins.
Mm-hmm. Because you know that's popping off right now too. You see the distraction? Mm-hmm.
They gonna let them two dudes out of jail for killing their parents?
No, they're gonna keep them in to get Diddy off. I think Diddy's team is hiring them. Because why bring them up anyways? Why bring them up? They had how many appeals? Like they had over 13 appeals. Not 30, 13. They all been denied. You're bringing them up. They killed their parents. Like you then they're talking about Luigi and all this going on. Like I'm telling you, I think Diddy's team is hiring the Menendez brothers team, and then Diddy's gonna get some kind of off thing.
Well, he might be snitching on the industry.
I mean, they burned down Hollywood for a reason.
Get the list out. Get the expose them all.
I mean, you would have found Diddy if he was on the Epstein list if he was this reckless. You see what I'm saying?
I just think he got a lot of stuff on the people.
I think he has a lot. But here, you know what's crazy? Now, I'm not condoning, but I want someone to just hear me out. Is there a reason why we never looked into Hugh Hefner? Now, I know he's dead now. But y'all think that was just a freaking company of just doing pornography? But look at all the parties and shit that they had over there. Come on, man.
Come on now. Come on.
I'm just saying.
That's simple. That's simple.
We know what
it just what.
It's the Playboy bunnies. They were having parties too, bringing over all the top executives, everybody else as well. Oh shit, we don't recognize that this hasn't happened before. No, this has happened before. You think Epstein is a shock? No, Hugh Hefner. Nobody questioned that. Well, to the point of what is happening now to these general. No.
Well, I will say it like this. Some say that it was in the Playboy Mansion to where the Quaaludes first originated. With the Jello pudding, you see.
Well,
Mr. Cosby.
I mean, if Diddy was not caught on the Epstein list, that means Diddy is deeper than deep state. I mean,
Well, we will
Yep.
see because he is
It
still
means,
scheduled
like
to
I
go right
said,
now on.
he got a lot of info.
because he's got pictures with them.
Yep.
NPR.
Everyone knows it. So same with Trump. Same with a lot of people that were just like, "Oh, it's okay."
Remix.
You
But is it
know,
really?
we don't know. And will you shut the hell up? Okay, that was a no. See how I got to argue with my dog all the time.
Doggy wants mommy time.
No, doggy wants to freaking go to bed. Is what he wants to do. Oh my gosh, I can't do kids. I can't even do a dog. I'm a cat. I kind of like a cat. You know, they're quiet. They bite your ankles every once in a while, but they usually take care of themselves.
No, they just like to purr their skin on you
Well,
and want you to pet them.
it's a sign of love. The dog just always wants to play.
But a dog is loyal.
And bark.
Well, look, a little Shih Tzu, okay, is not loyal. Okay, he will love anybody that gives him a bone. Like a lot of women in this generation.
You have a Shih Tzu.
The Shih Tzu.
Yeah. Shih Tzu mixed with a Yorkie.
Oh, he got a small, very small dog.
He has little dog syndrome.
I think he's the biggest in the room.
Yeah, pees. He walks around the perimeter of the fence, and that you have dogs on the neighbors, and he pees on every single freaking fence in their face.
Oh yes, R. Kelly the fence.
It is called the worst little dog syndrome.
Nah, I probably will.
Like,
The dog
you know. Anyways, guys, are y'all gonna go to any sports events soon? Anything?
God willing.
I mean, what are you excited for?
Well, we were trying to go to WrestleMania 41 out here in Vegas, but tickets prices basically just said screw you. And,
Better more than the Super Bowl? Yeah. Not yet. And well, more than the All-Star game, surely.
I know that one of our biggest things that we really want to do is go to a live boxing event because that's one of the things that we have not done.
Yeah,
really?
That's on the list.
We have not done a live. Well, I mean, I've been to 2 live boxing events, but unfortunately, Mizzle was not with me.
In Vegas?
Yep.
Well,
Vegas, California, don't matter. If there's a live boxing event, we just.
And you're saying that's the only one you haven't done yet?
I have not. Well, I've been to boxing events, but I haven't done like a big major one.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Terrence Crawford and Canelo fight,
I mean,
I would try to wiggle my way to go see that.
how much money you have to save to go to this?
Depends on where you want to sit.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to.
That's all it is.
I want to ask the ring girl like what skincare routine she's doing. That's how close I want to sit.
That's how close. Well, yeah. You. I hope you.
For who?
That's thousands. Yeah, it could.
Yeah, no, I figured.
Depending on the fight, that could be like a meal.
I want to get as close as to the point where I can cause a basketball player to get a technical foul at a fighting ring. Like Edwards, who for whatever reason wanted to fight 2 Rocket fans tonight. And I'm sure the Rocket fans were not friendly. They know Edwards has a temper.
I mean, what fan base is friendly?
They probably want to go third ward on.
They said the Houston Rockets are the most trash talking team. I said, really? I didn't.
They're young. Look how young they are.
I mean, they don't look like scary to me. Like I feel like Tennessee, the college team, Tennessee could scare like the Rockets. You seen how Tennessee been playing lately? That is insane. That is an aggressive, fast team. The university could beat the Rockets. Is what I'm saying right now.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I mean the Rockets are okay as long as you get Segun, get his ass. You know what? I didn't even do my full rant on Segun, and you promised me, Dub.
Well, that's how you close us out. Go ahead.
I will close us out with a Segun. Oh, Segun. Oh, Segun. Fuck you. Fuck you. When are you going to learn to fucking, if you're not going to block, help us block and play defense, you want to stay up at the top post, but then you don't want to set the screen, but you want to point left to tell my Green or Brooks, I believe that's one of the names, because I often get them mixed up with the Houston Cougars players, like Sharp is Brooks. Green is Azuna. Okay. And Segun is a guy that we caught and he went to NIL transfer portal, whatever. Anyways, the point is if you're gonna be that tall, and that's you can't just be not defending the goal, not blocking, not rebounding, and then also not going up high and setting a post and not dropping back down to cut, stick and roll. You just watch him play. He's the last one to run down there. I already told you all that. But also at the same time, like when he does steal the ball or anything, he thinks he can dribble it like he's a goddamn point guard. And he goes all the way down there, and then he goes oopsie doopsie, gumsy dumsy, up the wall, egg, backwards, omelet, whatever the old school nursery rhyme was, and still doesn't make it underneath because he wants to get free throws and then has the nerve to miss one of two. This is worse than Shaq. This is worse than Shaq. It's worse than Shaq. At least Shaq had a reason for his mass to it's hard for him to get back up the ground. Okay? We saw it. We all saw it. Okay? But at least he was aggressive in the paint. At least he knew how to put an arm up. And F a foul, you should have at least another guy or two that can actually either take a foul for you or is tall enough to help you out in the paint. Usually. No. Now, we could blame that on Rockets coaching and not putting and rotating and all that because Adams is there. Put Adams in. There's another tall, white, blonde-headed boy that is really good. Yes. Yes, he is. He is. I didn't know he was British. Did you know he's British? That threw me off when he speaks.
No, he's Australian.
Well, that can't even say the same thing. That would have been insulting. You know what? It's beautiful. Australian. I might. Good to meet you. I would like to know you.
I'm sorry. He's from New Zealand. I beg
New Zealand, even better. Like where, kind of like the koalas, but not really. That was my best attempt. There's a little New Jersey in it, but it's going to be just fine. The bottom line is that's what you call a power forward and a straight dog of a center in the paint.
Hello, Mr. Cox.
Yep.
Period. So what I just implore you guys, I'm telling you, go look at his film. And when he makes shots, every time I talk shit about him in a game, right? He makes something. It reminds me just of Bregman. Every time I talk shit about Bregman, he hit a home run or he brings in. And I said, God damn it, this white boy. He always makes me look bad. But it's the same with Segun. Every time I talk shit about Segun in the game, like as I'm watching the game, he does something. I'm like, oh, that's not enough. I don't forgive you. So it doesn't matter. I hate him. It's just he's so bad and he's a bad teammate. He's a bad assist. He's a bad everything. And he complains. I told you, the yapper of the yappers has come, guys. It's not Luka. It's not freaking LeBron. It's not whoever else y'all are thinking of right now. It's Segun. Just go ahead and look. Over it. I want him off my team. When he's on the bench, we actually score more. Isn't that a fucking shocker? No. I hate him. I don't like him at all. I'll take Edwards. Edwards seems like he needs to be on our team. We need him. Do y'all want Segun? Either one of you want Segun?
No,
I mean, why would I want to take something that you don't want?
I mean, maybe you can tame him. I can't.
No. I'm happy with the squad.
I think the Giants are good.
Well, you know what? At this point, I don't even know what kind of deals are being done in the back room. So, just like that video game, the back rooms, you just don't fucking know.
And knowing is half the battle.
No one freaking knows what's gonna happen. Like, is the trade gonna happen right now, or are we gonna wake up even though it's after the deadline? What rules are gonna be broken this time?
That is a good question.
So there you go. Anyways, there's my final rant on Segun until I see y'all next time and have another, Segun rant. So we'll call this Segun segment.
It sounds like a plan.
Until Altuve in the MLB season starts, then we'll have an Altuve.
Oh, baby.
I was gonna piss off a lot of Astro fans, but too bad. You know I'm right.
The hits just keep on coming.
But anyways, until
lifetime hitter.
Okay, are you guys gonna do the off-season football, the USFL?
UFL, yes.
Yes, I would like to hopefully join y'all on that adventure. Just because it's new for everyone, so we don't know what we're talking about. So let the good times roll.
USFL, oh, we watched it last year.
But more importantly, March 16th, season 11.
316.
American Sevens Football League.
Ooh.
to where yours truly will be behind the mic, calling games in the Nevada division.
Shut up.
Yes,
What?
I do play by play for Nevada A7FL. Yes.
Well, let's go.
So March 16th, you can hear myself, Chris Vera, and hopefully the Asgardian will return.
Is he making a return? See, I'm gonna have to come out, fly out there to come pick up the pieces for him. At one game if he can't make it.
You know, the Asgardian. That sounds like a wrestler. I don't know.
No, Asgard. He's
That's
from
Thor.
Asgard, the homeland of Thor, because he
I got see. This is why y'all gotta teach me.
he possibly could look like.
I mean, you watch Marvel movies, right?
I'm DC. You cannot convince me. We will have this fight another day, my good sir.
I mean, I don't have to. It's no easy convincing. I'm the biggest Batman fan you might ever meet. But anyway, well, next to Marquise.
But Batman, anyway, are you insane?
Here we go.
But then, I do like Marvel as well.
Oh, traitor. Nope. Marvel's diluted.
There's no traitor when you're a comic book nerd. So sorry. You can call me all you want.
You are either anime
or
you are DC.
No, you're not. Well, if you want to go anime, then I'm
wait.
Dragon
That's
Ball
wrong.
fan
You either anime or Marvel, but if it comes to Marvel and DC, you better be DC. But if it's anime and DC, then you better do anime.
Sorry, it's gonna be Dragon Ball Z all day, every day.
Oh, okay. I'm Inuyasha, but okay, it's cool.
Ain't nothing wrong with that too. I watch that. It's good.
Kame ha, I got you. Kama haze.
Now you're swiping. Good night.
No.
Good night. When you start making fun of Dragon Ball, you'll get the boot.
No, we good. No, I like that.
That's boot.
I actually like Dragon Ball. Thank you very much.
Like you said, either you Marvel or DC. So
DC.
Or whatever. I read it all. My brain does not stop at just DC. Marvel has some very good things out there too.
Comic books actually in general, but I can't respect the movies. Like Marvel's, y'all, no. Marvel, no.
Well, I'm sorry. Who's winning in the war? If you want to be technical, it's Marvel. If DC get their heads out their asses, maybe they'll make good movies.
They keep putting out more and more of all these kind of heroes and stuff that a lot of people in the generation don't maybe not know. Then of course they're gonna start losing eventually because now they're too lazy to go back and do the work.
Warner Brothers just got rid of the best Batman. Ben Affleck should be having his own movie. Warner does not make money. They had a good Batman. They told him they got rid of him.
Is this gonna be bad to say? But I actually like Christian Bale.
Wait, hold on. It's Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, and Ben Affleck.
I like Christian Bale as the Batman, man. I really do.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was bad. I mean, I know he was difficult to work with, but
I mean, what actors? Most actors are.
Well, enough for Jared Leto to not be the Joker again.
Now the nightmare scene he did with Ben Affleck was pretty fucking good. That was pretty fucking.
I liked the young Joker. I thought the young Joker was dope as fuck.
But here's my problem. Now there's apparently a David Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad that's been put out there for years. And supposedly there was more screen time with Jared Leto's Joker in there. So now it's like, well, why you keep making these cuts per se and don't use them, which probably could have made the theatrical version of Suicide Squad better than it was perceived.
Well, and didn't they also kind of misrepresent the movie itself, making it think like it was a Joker movie when it was really the Suicide Squad?
Well, he played a big role.
Well, it was more like Harley was. Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like he only showed up. Am I thinking of the wrong movie? Like it does her backstory.
He went to go chase her. Yeah. He chased after her.
But the trailer for that movie made it seem like this was a Joker movie in Harley Quinn story. And they just kind of added it in there. It felt like when I watch it, it just feels like they added it in there. The love story just because.
Well, they still mess with my emotions and don't give me the damn Batman movie that I want. Him and Deathstroke playing Cyclops. But no, can't get that. and then you want to put on a Superman movie, and then I finally watched the trailer, and these were my exact thoughts.
I'm
Tell me you
trying
miss
to
Henry
get
Cavill
into
playing
that
Superman
Superman
without telling
movie.
me you miss Henry Cavill playing Superman.
Right.
That was
I'm
the-
trying to find a way to get into that movie.
Wait, which Superman movie?
James Gunn-
As a DC fan, she doesn't even know that there's a new Superman
No,
movie coming
because
out. How
it
dare
has
you?
not been the
How
look.
dare you?
No. I'm just a
How
DC
dare
fan,
you?
period. But I freaking don't follow it every day. I have a life. Okay, it's not like football,
Okay.
and it's not like sports medicine.
I understand.
It's not like I don't like. Are we talking about the newest one?
Or Jose Altuve apparently.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
I don't
say
think
you mentioned
he
that
does not
on that all
live
day.
rent free in my
But
mind. Wait a minute.
it's DC all day, but does not know that David Cornsted is playing.
Bring me back
Superman.
my old. If with AI technology today, you couldn't get me my old actor.
Well, like I said, Warner does not want to make money because they got rid of Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck
I love me.
and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. So yeah,
Well,
This
first of
trailer
all,
is
they got
basically
rid of him in The Witcher too, but now I know why they did like The Witcher. Like, no,
well,
he
no.
left The Witcher.
The
No, he
reason
left
why
The
he
Witcher.
left The Witcher
He
is
left The
because he
Witcher.
was supposed to play Superman.
No,
didn't
he
have
left
time
The
to do
Witcher
The Witcher.
because he said that they made it too like this is his show, and it was all about Yesenia, and then what's the daughter's name, the girl that he adopts. He said the second season or whatever was just way too much about them, and the show is called Witcher, and I'm just here to save the damsel in distress and basically be a side piece.
That's the video game.
I'm telling you, man, he has a
That's
whole
that's
interview
what the
out
video.
there.
That's what the video game is all about.
Well, he told him like, don't call it The Witcher. You can call it something else. And they said, okay, well, whatever. But find me a better Witcher than Henry Cavill. It's just like find me a better freaking Superman than Henry Cavill. Now we have AI. You can make him look young. They did it in the Super Bowl with Jimmy Johnson. We saw it in the commercial.
Henry Cavill's not that old.
No, well, compared to when I watched him from The Tudors, that lovely series, The Tudors. Sorry. That was a daydream break right there because he's so cute. Anyways, no, he is definitely aged, but he's aging very, very well. Kind of like what's his name? You know, the one Angelina Jolie's ex.
Brad Pitt.
Oh, Brad Pitt. That's his name. You almost forget about a guy like that, huh?
Well, on that note, folks, thank you for hanging out with us on this open forum late night edition. Special thanks to Miss Jody and Living Room for
Thank
chiming in and,
you.
giving us their takes. Special thanks to EJ for being trolling as only he can troll.
You know what, EJ? EJ needs to go somewhere. Did you did he just start this music early? Did he just?
No, that's
No,
our outro music.
that's how it always starts. For
know
somebody
what?
that watches the show and a big fan,
I'm
you don't know how we
always
operate.
late to you guys. And Doug can vouch for that.
But we appreciate you coming in nonetheless. But
Thank you,
Um,
Mizzle and Dub. I
thank
can't wait
you.
You're
to tell
welcome.
y'all stuff another time. I'll tell you.
Mizzle's hair will be back to his.
Oh yeah, it
so
won't be looking like this next time I'm
He
on.
will not be.
Promise you
will not
that.
He gonna
will
be
not
fresh and
only
so
in
clean,
America.
clean.
Hey, there's what death, taxes, and the Cowboys not making the playoffs or winning the playoff game. Mizzle hair will be not like this tomorrow. Or today.
Well,
Promise.
there it is. That I knew it had to be something. Bye.
Thank you,
Good night,
guys.
y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
As I'm gonna go take a nap now. And
I
by
gotta
the
take
way,
one myself.
Yeah, get your ass off.
by the way, folks, that deserves a big fat.
Eat.
And oh, by the way, next week, Elimination Chamber in Living Room's backyard in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Indeed.
And you might have a Ring Psychology podcast watch along during the chamber.
I'll be at work.
possibly.
Sorry. You guys can do it. I'll be at work.
Well, no, because I won't get home. I won't get home till about an hour into it because I get off right when it starts. Good night, folks, or good morning.